hey, look. Hey, look. Hey.
Did you guys hear? Welcome to Snark Tank Podcast. Did you hear that Hmurderguy killed? Did you hear that Hmurderguy killed James Somerton? Did you see that?
Hmurderguy killed James Somerton. Now word up.
Allegedly, potentially, who knows? I'm just
allegedly by one person named Christopher Raymond Gunther.
I've heard sources. So if anybody's not caught up
sources
with this,
I've made up say this.
For anyone that is not caught up with this, I don't even think we talked about it on the show.
I don't think we completely skipped this. We completely skipped it.
It was just so outside
of
our.
So gay. I just didn't want to talk about how gay it was.
It was completely. I will say everything about it was completely outside of my interest. I didn't give a shit about this guy. I've never seen this guy before. I've never heard of this guy. Outside of my wheelhouse entirely. So there was this huge plagiarism scandal with this guy. Hmurderguy did this big video, kind of taking him down along with other plagiarists.
A lot of other people.
And this is several months ago now. He came out with an apology video kind of immediately after. It didn't go so well. Then he waited a couple months. And I think recently, like in the last couple weeks, he put out, or like maybe in the last couple days, even as we're recording this, I'm not entirely sure. He put out a video called like a measured response, which was like kind of like a more, I guess like a beta tested, focus group tested apology video. I don't know. I didn't watch it because I don't care. But there's speculation. There's speculation that he might have jumped off a bridge or something.
Yeah,
he might be gone.
Backflip, backflip off the Golden Gate Bridge,
which is fucking wild because. I'm thinking of this from the perspective of a content creator, right? And I think about like, man, if I made a video that made somebody kill themselves, how would I feel? How would I feel? Especially if it's just like a plagiarist. You know what I mean? It's not even like if it's like EDP or something, like, okay, good. I'll probably throw like a party or something.
I don't think I'd ever feel good. I think I'd feel
good?
For EDP, I would be like, good riddance, bozo.
A pedophile, I think, is an exception.
I wouldn't feel good. I would just be like, damn, I got
bozo,
some heat on me. I would just know what I'm capable of. It's like after you put, it's like after, Miles Morales hit the rock and he was like, whoa, and it broke. It'd be like that. It'd be like, all right.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm working with some real power here.
You'd feel God tier after that. You'd be like,
I'm like, all right, I'm working with some real power here.
These hands.
Exactly.
The moment where Miles Morales hit the rock? What are you talking about?
Like when he was smoking
hit the rock and he was like, whoa.
Remember that when he was smoking crack cocaine?
He broke the rock in half?
I don't remember.
He was smoking the rock and then he was just like, yo.
Did you guys watch Dragon Ball Z?
Well,
Gohan punched the rock when he was little and he was like, ow, that hurt. He walked in and the rock turned into dust.
I know that. What
It'd be like that. Like, whoa, I'm capable of doing some real shit to people. Wow.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got to use this wisely.
I genuinely don't remember a scene from Spider-Verse where Miles Morales
when Peter B. Parker leaves Miles behind and he hits the rock and the rock breaks and he's like, oh shit.
That's right. I remember.
Can't hit my mom anymore because I'll kill her.
Yeah, I remember.
It's been a while.
That dust.
Since I've seen Spider-Verse.
Like, yo, angel dust is where it's at, man. You got any more? And then Peter was like, yeah, dude, how do you think I have powers? I would
have
had cancer if I got bit by a spider regularly. I use dust, bro. I use dust.
I like that explanation way more.
My favorite hero.
Way more sense. He's just on so many drugs, and he's just really powerful.
He's just fucking faded.
But yeah, I guess the internet is speculating that there's rumors that this James Somerton guy offed himself. There's no proof. I was scouring to see, like, is there any validity to this? It's just pure speculation. People that don't like Hmurderguy are going after him. Most people with common sense are like, well, he's not responsible for some plagiarist. And I guess why it's even worse to some people. No, it's not even responsible, but just, you would say cause. I would say cause is kind of like, I'll give an example of like, you guys remember Zoe Quinn? Do you remember that person?
Yeah.
So Zoe Quinn, she did some weird shit, whatever. But I think this was in like 2018. She accused her ex-boyfriend of sexual assault, probably just like straight up rape or something like that. And the unfortunate thing was the timelines didn't add up with what she was saying at all. Even like remotely, people kind of dissected her claims. And that guy, he killed himself. He was already like a really depressive person and stuff. And the thing that I felt was really fucked up was his sister confirming it, and also wanting to be like an ally, wanting to be like, Me Too was really hot, to not blame Zoe Quinn. But I was like, this is fucked up, because in this scenario, since the claims don't look valid, and the timelines and stuff that she was putting out there, not like say, oh, I confused the little things here or there, just things that clearly didn't happen. So in that scenario, I think she's totally responsible for getting that guy killed, because he killed himself indirect because of all that shit that she accused him of. Versus Hmurderguy making a video of somebody doing some really fucked up stuff, and a lot of people found it more egregious since he was plagiarizing like LGBTQ authors and stuff, which already have a hard time breaking into the scene, I guess. And so people are like, fuck this guy. So if he, this fucking dickhead happens to, join the great beyond,
is it difficult for LGBTQ people to get into writing? I feel like writing is so gay.
Yes.
In the same way, it was difficult for women to break into the industry. So that was the reasoning for having your initials, so you didn't know who the author was by gender.
Right.
So in the same vein of like the people that control the stuff, I mean, you know how shit works, man. It's like, it's hard for...
I know what you're saying. I just feel like writing is so gay inherently that it's just so...
Writing isn't gay. Writing is white male, bro. Think of who writes most books. It's white men.
Yeah, people in fucking ascots.
They're gay.
People in fucking ascots who like vacation and like who look at the sea and ponder. Like, it's, I don't know. There's something so...
I never considered writing gay. I think painting is gay. I never considered writing gay. Writing is writing.
I don't even mean it in like a negative way. I just mean it's like you're being like like how do I make my words like really pretty? You know what I mean? Like, how do I make this thought pretty?
So rappers struggle.
Do I like add more?
They struggle with the idea of how gay and poetic their art is. But like there's like that whole masculinity in hip hop culture, but they struggle with like how gay and poetic. Like if they were born hundreds of years ago, they'd be wearing those fluffy little things that like fucking what was that idiot's name? William Caesar. What was his name? Who's the nigga that wrote all the poems?
You dunce.
William Caesar. This actual buffoon. Actual William Caesar.
Yeah. So, my nigga William Caesar was like, I mean, they would be wearing all that shit. They would be wearing like the tight pants, and they'd be doing all this stuff, sucking each other off, dressing in women's clothing, and then they have to pretend like that's not what they're doing. And they're like, nah, shit, this shit's hard. This shit goes hard. I'm like, yeah, this shit goes hard in your ass, dude, you fucking queer. But I like it.
That's crazy.
I mean,
that's
wild.
You guys are so easily able to disrespect people's art forms. That's wild. I love it.
There's no what is disrespectful about it?
It's only disrespectful if you think it's negative.
No, he just said, it's hard up your ass. That's literally...
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's like when I'm doing...
There's nothing... you're right. You're right.
When we do the gay covers, every once in a while, this one dude was like, oh, I just released the System of a Down on my Instagram. And this dude was like, nah, don't do System. Keep doing Metallica, because he sees it as disrespectful. And I was like, nah, bro, anyone can get it. This is an honor at the highest caliber. Like, I would love for somebody to take my art and do that. You feel me? Like, that's so some people don't understand that. And I'm like, nah, nigga, that shit's gay as fuck, but there's nothing wrong with it being gay. It's just gay. Yeah. It's just cock smoking shit. You write poems, you fucking 90% chance you smoke cock. It's fine.
Yeah, dude. I do not like if I'm right. There's never a point in my life. I have never felt more feminine in my life. No, your turn. Then when I'm writing music, it is inherently just so fucking like there is something about it where it's just like, ooh, let me like ooh, I gotta get the syllable count right, and like, ooh, like how does this chord
I
go?
really don't agree exactly.
Very emotional.
You're not a musician.
Dude,
I'm not a musician, but I've absorbed a copious amount of music, and I feel like especially like gangster rappers, there's nothing feminine about what they're talking about. Their whole shit is extremely toxically masculine. In fact,
yeah, but they're trying to rhyme cleverly.
It
you know, like they're trying to be like, ooh, look at how I can.
I don't think it's like
my
clever.
double entendre.
It's like I'm gonna shoot this nigga in his mouth.
They might as well
Put his family, put his family in a drought. Like that's like
and
that's not cute.
Those two bars sound gay as fuck if you think about it. I'm gonna shoot this nigga in his mouth. I'm gonna leave his family in a drought. Like, come on, this dude's sperming everywhere. This dude is sperming everywhere, bro.
you know for a fact that all these rappers, right, when they come up with like a rhyme or like a couplet that like works really well, they go like this. They go. Like that's what they do. That's what they do in their brains. They go in their minds. They go like. That's what they do.
Wow, that's
so good. It's 100% there. It's like behind like a big like it's like behind a blackout curtain, but it's there, man. It is absolutely there, and you cannot convince me that any musician does not understand this intrinsically.
Think about every nigga that they respect Prince, and Prince is just Shakespeare, just modern day Shakespeare, essentially. Like in the way that performative, super theaters, extremely androgynous, just as gay as you can possibly be without being technically gay.
Literally some of the best music, like David Bowie and all these people who like were just like being like, I don't know what the fuck like I don't know what the hell I am, like who cares?
And these niggas are spinning on their homie's fucking lap, and they're like, yo, this
Freddie's
spinning on their homie's lap.
Fucking Freddie Mercury.
So disrespect. That was disrespect. That was one of them. That was like a little bit like you guys were good. You guys were good, and Derek said that. It was like, come on,
that's Derek
dude.
though. Derek does that.
The fucking the visual of doing that,
twirling on his boy's lap, bro. He's got him sitting down, just laying.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna.
You ever played tetherball? You ever played tetherball?
Literally. That's crazy.
Oh man, yeah. Rest in peace, that fucking
that guy.
Bozo plagiarist.
Rest in peace, him. This person.
If he is
Jimmy.
dead or whatever the fuck.
If he's dead, I wonder how the trial's gonna go. I wonder if Hmurderguy will see the light of day again, or if he'll just be. Can you fucking imagine?
Oh God!
He makes a YouTube video.
Hmurderguy gets incinerated by I sentence you to incineration, to live incineration.
What? And they start with your feet. They work their way up. They fucking get a blowtorch.
Crazy.
They fucking just work their way up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then you and I will go to his. Well, you and I will go to his funeral. We'll go up to the casket, and I'll go, "What is up with you people in skulls?"
So stupid.
It's a mega callback.
We got some. Oh shit! Sorry. Hold on. At one point, somebody mentioned EDP because if he were speaking of EDP, did you see that picture?
Boogie.
I wonder, how do you guys feel about that? Because I'm be honest, I was kind of surprised by the internet's reaction, where they weren't as annoyed, I guess, as I was, platforming a pedophile or about to platform a pedophile, like a confirmed, obvious fucking pedophile. I saw some people kind of running defense, saying, "Well, no, actually,
alleged.
This is alleged actual." I mean, niggas got caught. Like how many?
Careful,
anyway, but yeah,
I know,
like
but,
the EDP. I would relish if EDP tried to sue me. I actually would be totally okay with that.
You have fun with that on your own.
No, but see, here's the thing. Totally. But then, because of that, we can get the cops involved to actually seize his hard drives and shit. Like, that is a thing that, like, say, that is something that we can actually see what's really on his shit, and it's probably worse than Vosh, I'll tell you that.
Oh, for sure. But, like, I think for me, I'm just like, I shouldn't say that.
Oh, man.
Whatever. It doesn't. I was going to say something that I don't believe, but I thought was amusing. I think here's the thing about EDP, right? Is that if you I don't understand why you would even put yourself in the same room as that person knowing what he has been caught doing.
Right.
Like, why would you even ingratiate yourself with that presence? Knowing what he did, knowing what he objectively did, not like even what he allegedly did, knowing what he objectively did, which implies certain other things. I don't want to have Burger King chicken fries with you. Or whatever the fuck they were eating. Like, what the hell is this?
I can't. It's Boogie, you know? We're at the point where if we saw Boogie, like, throwing puppies off a fucking bridge, people would be like, well, yeah, I guess, you know? Like, this is something else he's doing that doesn't make any fucking sense. That's just wrong. You know, I can't.
But isn't that wild, though, that... So I was one of the few people that made a couple of videos on Boogie, kind of defending him, that people are acting like this guy is the worst. They're acting like he's like a true villain, where he's just some fat retard doing dumb stuff. Like, it's like, come on, like, he's not that bad. But it's gotten to the point where after the post that documentary, now that it's just, I guess all bets are off and he's leaning into it. And so those idiots that would, like, there's this guy, Sunny V2, that make these terrible fucking video essays. Now I'm kind of like, well, I guess, sure, they retro, in hindsight or something, I guess they're right. Because you can't, breaking bread with fucking EDP is the craziest thing ever.
It's crazy.
Because
it's crazy.
I don't know how I would not try to drop kick his face if I saw him in public.
Okay,
sorry.
Here's the thing. So I have an interesting question about this.
Yeah.
Is this part of the fallout of what is perceived to be cancel culture? And what I mean by that is are we at a point where, because Boogie did all that shit and had that documentary, that no one is ever really going to look at him in a better light? So the only chance he has at a life going forward is to simply double down and live it, because there are no other options.
I think past this point, technically yes, but I would still put that on him and not cancel culture, because
I would
in
agree.
The
it's still his
documentary,
responsibility.
Yeah, because in the documentary he could have went the way that should have went. It was like the way that you tell a good story. You know, like, there's people that want to be fucking misfits. And they want to go against the grain. They want to be like a Rian Johnson, you know, in Star Wars. Like, I have this big opportunity to do something so different than what is expected of me. And I feel like that's what he did, instead of being the Phoenix, right? That is the obvious thing. You're a fucking loser, and then you become a Phoenix and you rise out of the ashes. That is the trope, and that is what he should have done to rehabilitate his image. And he's like, nah, I'm going to lean into being a sad fuck. And like, you're an idiot. You're a complete fucking fool. Oh yeah, have fun.
The Phoenix isn't real. First and foremost, shit's not real.
What do you mean?
That shit we want to tell ourselves, like, oh, you can rise from the ashes. No one rise from the ashes. That nigga is doomed. Boogie was doomed from the beginning. Boogie was doomed from the start. When I found out who Boogie was, and I didn't care if he got better, I knew he was doomed. I knew from that moment on, I was like, this guy is done.
I feel like a lot of people were rooting for him when he got that the gastric bypass. And then
From the moment I found out who he was in like 2018, I was like, this nigga's aura's broken. This motherfucker is just so...
You're fucking kind of wild out right now.
I'm being dead shit because of the fact that... No, be real. Real shit.
You're lying to people who know you. No, like, I know that's not true.
No. On all seriousness, I can see it's like, this is someone that has dwelled too much in the fact that things have gone wrong for them. Everybody has shit go wrong for them, right? Every single person. It's unanimous amongst the human experience. But that guy, you could look at him and be like, this guy is not going to be able to win the fight against his demons. Is
that how you felt when he got a gastric bypass?
Some people are like that. I thought he got the gastric bypass. I was like, that's good for him, but let's see what he does next. Because things will get better. It's like, that's one step amongst a ton of the steps he has to take to be able to become a better person. And will he make all of them? I don't know, because he's too busy feeling bad for himself. I know it sounds extremely harsh, and I'm often not this harsh on people, but I could tell from the beginning, I was like, this guy I think he's losing a fight against himself.
Man,
And
nigga, I think you just have
lo and
straight
behold-
up hater. I think you just got that hater energy, man. I gave.
I'm not a hater.
Hope.
I vote for the heroes. I usually do too, but you know,
I had hope. I had it wasn't a ton of hope, but I had, because to even get to the point to do the surgery takes, you already have to prove to the surgeon that you can lose weight, you can follow instructions. So there's a process to even get the surgery in the first place. So I thought maybe this will be his moment, and then
no situation with the girl too that he fucking fell in love with.
To be fair,
the situation, I was like, this is over.
Maybe
that's
he
all
would
in the
turn
last.
around.
That's all very recent.
Yeah, that was very recent. Yeah, it was very recent. Maybe things would have been different if his wife didn't leave him, but that's obviously it was his fault. Like, it's not like it wasn't, oh, how could that? He fucking drove her away because she was just a caretaker and not an actual wife, So, I get that. Have you seen Boogie's ex-wife?
No.
Like, there's got to be like incels and stuff that were fucking. They're probably upset now.
Is she beautiful?
Dude,
she's a beautiful woman.
Very pretty. She's like some fucking very pretty like redhead. He obviously has a type because he has a new ginger. But like, they got to be the people that are having a hard time talking to women at all are probably so upset seeing this fucking loser like get like, like say his wife was pretty, from what I remember. I think she was very pretty, and then this new girl is like moderately attractive, and there's people that are like, fuck, I can't even press send saying hi on fucking Tinder or whatever.
That can't be real to me. Like, I know the people are going through that, but I can't be. Being that afraid of talking to women is so insane.
Dude, it's so bad. Dude. I watched Philip DeFranco, I think yesterday, and he covered a segment on when they were doing polls on some of the dating websites, and almost 30%, I think, or maybe a little bit more, are using AI to help them write bios and to help them do messages.
That's so wild to me.
Seems problematic because if you meet in person, you're kind of fucked because now you don't have that tool anymore. But it's to the point where some people are they're terrified. And I think the one thing is, I feel like what they don't realize is that most people are terrified. They're anxious, and you kind of just have to go through it. I think that's something that maybe a lot of them don't understand, that like you're kind of going to, unless you're in a relationship, that's when you have that security. But beyond that, there is a level of anxiety that you're going to have to deal with because of the unknowns. It just is what it is. I mean, what the fucking really do anything about that other than, I guess, get your AI.
Silly to me. That's so silly to me. It's like I don't know, man. I want
to help these young niggas, man. I want to help them.
I don't want to help them. I want them to just suffer through it, man. Because you have to. No, you have to just move, make your moves through it and get used to it. I agree. That's how life works. I agree with that. I mean, helping in the way that help them navigate to where they don't talk to Fresh, or like, I'm going to subscribe to Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate to get my advice. And it's like, that is
right. Yeah.
These niggas are fucking single. They're not even married. They're not doing any of the things that
Andrew Tate. Look at it like this, right? This is the thing, right? There is no reality where you can even close to equate me with human trafficking, right? The fact that Andrew Tate is in that conversation, period, is a bad sign. There is hilarious. No humanly possible way you can allocate that to me.
That's kind of
funny.
You
can reach for the stars, and you can't put me in that situation. The fact that it's really like that's 1 degree away from him is insane already. And people are like, "He's not that bad." I'm like, bro, what?
I don't know.
I love that.
Yeah,
you couldn't do that. You couldn't. There's no way. There's no. I'd pay a private eye to do it for me, and he'd be like, no, I can't do it for you. I'm sorry, man. You're too clean, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I understand on some level the uncomfortability of like messaging people because it's so inhuman. I don't like that either. Like I like the whole app culture of like, oh, message me first or whatever without having spoken. It's so fucking unnatural in every fucking way. Like I don't think I've ever met. I think maybe like once did I meet somebody that I dated through text exclusively, and that was like a thing. But like every other time, it's been like, oh, I've met this person in person, and then something happens. I can't imagine. I don't use dating websites or like apps or anything. I fucking hate them.
I've never used them. Never once.
I think they're genuinely disgisting. I just
They
hate
used to be
how
okay.
fucking commodified they are. Yeah, I remember when they were like okay, like in like 2014 or something, 2013.
Yeah,
I think they were like probably
below,
fine.
yeah.
But like now it's like, oh, pay a premium for Tinder Premium so you can actually be seen by bots, and it's like, what the fuck is this? It's so
It used to be so 2014, 2013 I was on Tinder. It used to be unlimited swipes. There was no and the people it was authentic for the most part because I met multiple women and some of them were cool. It was just you just went through the gamut, you know? And then it got to a point where it's like, oh, this is now mainstream. And unfortunately, it's kind of it's the way it is now, it is weirder to approach strangers in public than it is to just message somebody. It is stranger now. There is an alert. People kind of raise their alarm. Women is particularly kind of raise their alarm. And then unfortunately, when you see viral clips of, say, a guy got rejected at a bar and then followed a girl for an hour all the way to where she needed to go and just wanted to talk to her, dude, to explain like shit like that. It's like, bro, people are like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, you know what's
that's
crazy
everything,
too,
but
is like,
that scares people. What's up?
You know what's really fucking brutal is that like I've seen so many clips now. And by the way, this is an indictment of just everybody who lives who currently lives in this society right now. I fucking hate this. Is that I have seen so many clips on Twitter or elsewhere of just people on dates where things are like maybe quiet or awkward, and they're just being recorded by like other people around them. There is no fucking peace at all anymore. Like, God forbid, oh my God, imagine you're just having like a bad date and you're like, we're not getting along, we're not clicking, there's no conversation happening here, I'm not feeling this. And then you go home and then it's like, it's a viral video with like 10 million views of you just like, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's getting so impossible where it's like, I don't know.
I had a bad date one
there.
time. I'm sure I mentioned it one time. Like a girl stormed out. We're at the Cheesecake Factory, because we had a insane argument. I wasn't even arguing. She was. She was essentially arguing. Yeah. So that for sure in modern day would have made it to every fucking social media outlet, 100%. Because she was raising her voice like crazy. Luckily, it was like 2010 or 2011. Where smartphones were barely becoming prominent and people didn't really do much with them. So that would have been embarrassing as fuck.
It bothers the hell out of me that like people just don't know how to mind their business. It's one thing if like there's like a fight or like a public freak out or something. Like I get it. I get the impetus to be like, oh, whoa, this is wild and this is affecting everybody. But just like to like zoom in on somebody's like private, like, oh, okay, like their date that's just not going great. And then just, whoa, look at this fuck, this guy's not getting a number. And it's like, what the fuck? Leave
I will
people
be honest,
alone.
I did
Isn't
do
it hard
something...
enough?
Yes. No, you're right. I wouldn't disturb people that are doing that. Like, I wouldn't do that. But at the gym the other day, there was a guy on the elliptical, and right next to him on the ground, he had a jug that was the exact color of piss. And so, of course, I filmed him and zoomed into the piss because I'm like, there's a thing. I once bought a pre-workout, and the pre-workout was the color of piss. So I threw it away because that is very crazy. Reason. I was like, who would do this? What fucking moron would make a color like golden brown piss? Like
you love it. You love it.
And so I just
you gotta love it.
And then here's the thing. I a lot of times would put them in my empty plastic bottles and it would be sitting in my car. And it looks like there's piss in my car. Like, it was a stupid, what genius.
Oh my fucking God, I love it. I love the idea of somebody with a fucking, like somebody walks by, is like, yo, why is there piss in man's car? Just a bunch of jugs of piss in the bag.
So that's stupid. That's why I do myself the favor of I dehydrate myself so much that my piss just looks like coffee, so I never have to think about it.
That's insane.
Genius. That's genius.
Yeah, the fact that people's piss can get brown, I didn't know piss could go turn brown. I didn't know that.
I've never been that dehydrated before.
I thought it could turn gold, near gold. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I need to drink water clearly right now. But when it's brown, it looks like coffee. It's like, yo, what the fuck? You having an oil leak?
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you, dude?
That's dangerous.
Yeah. That's pretty bad. That's like you gotta potentially go to
I think it's too late already.
No,
I
you're
think
fine.
by the time it's that color, it's too late.
If
Yeah,
you're
you're fucking-
if
yeah,
it's
yeah.
black, it's probably too late.
Jesus Christ! If I ever had black, I'd be so fucking scared.
You're
I'd
pissing
be
out
scared.
sludge. You're
I'd be
pissing
very
out
scared.
straight sludge.
Did I tell you one time I was so tired when I pissed that when I looked at my dick, I thought it was upside down, and it freaked me out to the point where I woke up. Like I'm awake, and then I see my dick was actually normal.
Your dick was are you so this is are you circumcised?
Yeah,
That was
so
like-
it just
so was the slit on the top?
yes, it was.
And you were just like,
you could
oh,
see the slit and the bottom of the head on top, and I freaked out enough to like wake up like fully, and I was like, why the fuck would that ever? Why would my brain do that? Why would my
There was this
brain
one time, I think I
conjure
told
that?
this story before, that I was playing my PSP for so long that I felt like there was a moment where my hands were flipped on the PSP. And I freaked out and I was shaking my hands. I thought my hands inverted somehow. And it was such a fucking weird moment for me. I
What the fuck
actually
is
screamed
that?
out loud. It was just, I was just really tired of playing video games for too long. So I think my
Brains,
hand,
man.
I thought my hand just inverted, like, I thought my hands bent the wrong way over to play the game. So I was playing them like this bent the other way on opposite. And I was like, what's going on? I thought I was looking at my palms where the outside part of my hand's supposed to be.
I can't even begin to conceptualize this in the way that I feel like you experienced it. So we're going to move on because I can't.
was
I
just
don't
weird.
even. How did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get to drink and piss? Again, nightmares.
It always gets it's I don't know. Did
always
Lily
gets
text you
here.
or something? What happened? I don't remember what.
Lily's
what,
in her psionic abilities.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, whatever. Let's anyway. That's really it that happened as far as like anything newsworthy. I don't know. There's not really.
Yeah. Oh, election.
Yeah, H-bomb
election
is still
day.
trending. Is it? What are you talking
election
about?
day. You fucking.
It's
what are you
election day
talking
today.
about? Yeah. Not the
Oh.
presidency,
Is
but
it really?
yes. You can go vote. You got you. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because you Californians are pretty much.
Yeah,
most
it's
things
California,
Are set
like,
in
they're
stone,
so-
but
There,
most things are set
there
in
is
stone.
such a-
Cali. That's for you guys, though.
there's such a disincentivization to vote, and I really hate the way our system works. It's like I don't like that we are incentivized to not vote because it's like, well, it's just it's going to be fine here because it's majority or not majority rule. It's just like, oh, we're set in stone here. It's like, okay, cool. But that's where but most of the population is in places where things are kind of set in stone. That's like where most Americans are in those cities where like
Right.
everything's set in stone. So like the majority of, I feel like the majority of like people just kind of, I mean, that's probably true, right? I mean, what is it? Like 50% of people don't vote or something? It's like something around that. So it's like,
It's something probably even more, unfortunately. It's probably
Don't
even
vote.
more
Yeah,
than that.
I think it's
in general.
Yeah,
that
there's
don't vote at
people
all,
that
yeah.
just don't. Mainly because of that, the thing that we'll be fine, or we're fucked anyway. It's kind of there's a little bit of both of that, and that's happening a lot more this year because of Biden's just not doing anything about the cool ass ethnic cleansing that's going on. He's just kind of like I hear people saying he was doing shit behind the scenes. I'm like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Like imagine somebody's asking you like, hey, I really need your help. Like, are you open this weekend? And you're just like, oh no, but I can't. But I'm with you in spirit. I'll help you in spirit. I'll just behind the scenes.
I'll help you in
I'm not gonna
spirit.
do anything, but
Imagine-
just know that
imagine-
I really wanted to help you.
yeah, imagine me helping you and then assume that I did that. That's what that means. When somebody says like, oh, I'll help you in spirit. It's just like, pretend I'm doing that. Pretend I'm helping you. In your mind.
That's
Like-
essentially what people are saying. They're like, oh, behind the scenes he's trying. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean, dude? Behind the scenes he's trying to help.
I'm
But
getting
like,
so
I'm like,
sick.
nigga.
I'm getting so sick of these text messages that I'm getting. I get text messages every fucking day now about like, vote for this or like come. Oh, the polling and this person and that person's running for this. And Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Come get your ass fucked. There's some there's some things that I would say. I mean, hey, to each their own. I ain't gonna bully nobody, but yeah, there are some important issues that can be voted on. There's some people that you can keep out of your district, but I feel like that's probably the easiest things to solve is just like the local stuff that most people kind of pass over, and then the dumbest cretins get elected because of that reason, which I feel like is an easy thing to fix. That's an easy thing to remedy. It gets way more difficult as you climb up the ladder because of all the lobbying and bullshit, right? So yeah, it's just like, if somebody, I feel like just everybody, well, the problem is voting is set up to, it's supposed to be ignorant. They make things the less you know. There's not an easily accessible thing like, say, there should just be something. Go to this website right here. There's an official government website, and this is where everybody, there's a central hub. Instead of people having their own websites, if you go to this website to learn more about this person, they could make it a lot easier. They could also make voting accessible online because some people say, if you can fucking bank online, why the fuck would you not be able to vote online? People trust their life savings
it doesn't make
to
any
be
sense.
completely fine. Yeah, it makes sense because they're they don't want it because obviously the people things would be infinitely better if it was that accessible. But
that is true. Even just some of the art, like I remember getting into arguments a long time ago about like voter ID or whatever, and people are like, we need voter ID, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, just that's fine, that makes sense to me, but then just like make the ID free, just make it so it doesn't cost anything to get an ID, and that way you have every citizen be able to like voice their fucking but then they're like, no. It's like, well, nobody wants to solve anything. No one wants to solve anything. It's annoying. It's so easy to just disconnect from it because of that.
That is 100% true, and I feel like it was good seeing, that fucking pirate asshole that Dan Crenshaw, he has one eye because like I think the Mujahideen fucked him up or something, or at least I think Hassan said that. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it was actually the Mujahideen. It was probably, that was too old. I think it was probably
in his own eye.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, so one of those fucking
he had a bad nut in his own eye.
He came. Can you imagine? He was overseas and came in his own eye, and he was like, "Yeah, they captured me. They captured me. They tortured me. Then I saved like 20 babies. Like whatever." But this guy, crazy. He had a rude awakening, and I'm just like, how are you in politics and you don't understand this? Because he was like, I can't believe this dude wrote this bill working with the Democrats, and then Trump killed it, right? Trump was like, no, this needs to be a voting issue. We don't want to fix the border crisis. So this one dude wrote a bill working with the Democrats, and they're actually probably going to reprimand him for even working with the Democrats, even though he was asked to do it in the first place. So this guy's getting punished for doing what he's supposed to do, and then Trump's like, no, kill the bill. And then Dan Crenshaw and a lot of other people are saying, oh, so they don't actually want to fix anything. And it's like, you just found that out, dude.
The whole point is to keep issues persisting so that they have a reason to be elected into office, because it's like they could be like, oh, hey, we'll fix this. If there's nothing left to fix, then they kind of can't run on anything. Which is, well, or at least that's what they think. They could run on keeping things good, but like I don't think that's I don't think that makes sense to them. It's not as sexy or sensationalistic.
For, stupid people. Stupid people run off of fear. They're motivated by being scared, and then they're always asking the question, who can I trust? It's always about trusting people, and then they'd be like, hey, even though they're scumbag, sleazy politicians they keep voting for, they say you can trust me, and they're like, okay. And that's where we are now. We're like farmers. There'll be some Midwestern farmers that are like, yeah, Trump's one of us. And I'm like, in which way, sir? Name one thing that you guys have in common. And like, I don't know, white skin, I guess.
To see people, it is so weird to see people be like, yeah, the elite, those elite rich people don't know shit about us. And then who's your guy? It's like the elite rich guy. I don't know. It's so stupid.
The elite is rich as fuck.
Yeah, we'll move on. We'll get into questions. We got some
politics
questions.
Politics are stupid, man. Politics are dumb, and they're really dumb, and they're really dumb, and they're really dumb.
Amen.
They're really fucking dumb.
Okay.
Amen.
Like outrageously so, to a stupid degree. Like caring about politics is so important, but yet it'll just make you want to kill yourself. So it's such a fucking oxymoron of an idea.
It's true. You know what I told JoJo the other day? We'll move on. I was like, I wonder if there's a way that I can convince the boys to move overseas with me or move to Canada. Because I'm like, the idea, I'm moving back to Cali soon. But I'm like, the one thing that I thought of, if things get so shitty, I don't want to be here anymore because the rest of the world's got things, and then like the first world countries have got it down so much better. And I was like, I wonder if I can convince the guys to move out here so we can keep the podcast together.
Yeah,
just jokingly, but.
But what makes it so bad is that if things get really, really, really horrible here, it's just gonna spill out to everywhere else. So eventually, everyone's gonna get doomed eventually too.
Maybe
they just have a little more time. But like, imagine these radical motherfuckers get the launch codes, which they're gonna somehow. They're gonna get it somehow.
They're gonna fucking
I don't know.
Shit, yeah.
Whatever. Let's move on to some questions from our Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/thesnarktank. The Cock Wizard wrote in.
The blacks.
What?
Huh?
Greetings, Dick Raygun, Tom Shafty, and some Blackcock. As you recently mentioned in the impending merch sales and the possibility of looking for artists, would you be opposed to receiving submissions from fans for potential artists? Stay delayed. Thank you so much. You know what? This is actually how I primarily did merch for a long time, and I think it's not an idea that we're opposed to, especially like for the future. At least I'm speaking for me. I guess I can't speak for everybody else, but like there are great artists out there, and obviously it would make sense to look to the audience and the talented people in the audience for certain designs if they think that they have something cool, and maybe hear out a pitch. Like that makes a ton of sense to me. The only thing is, for right now, we're starting kind of limited. So I wouldn't necessarily say that like that would happen super soon. But I mean, aren't some of our merch designs that are coming, like, aren't they from listeners? I'm pretty sure, right? Or at least like followers of ours.
Yes, followers of ours.
So that is ultimately the formula, but like whether or not that'll look, we can't accept every single pitch, we can't accept every single merch thing, but I'm definitely okay to check some of them out. And
that was the only thing, because I'm like, there'll probably be a lot of submissions, and then we obviously can't use the vast majority of them, and so that's that's the only thing that I was okay. How could we remedy that? Because of course, having a bunch of, unless people are okay with that going in, like, moving forward, that they're okay with just submitting something, knowing that there's a high probability that it won't be you, just because of how many people might actually submit art. Where people just like, I'm just happy to be a part of this. I'm just happy to contribute. Then it's like, great. But I just don't want people to be upset. Like, fuck, they didn't use mine. Where it's like, well, I mean, we can't have fucking 20 designs of shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, well, I guess there's
just to be clear
from that, but
not at first. Like at some point, and we do have to retire certain things eventually, because like it gets crowded, and then it just gets unusable. Like you have to retire certain designs and put certain. There's a rotational formula that goes into that. But yeah, I mean, I would say that if you're a talented artist and you have some ideas and you have some like a portfolio of stuff, or like maybe you have something that you drew for us that you think might make good merch or whatever, like, yeah, I mean, send it to us in any way that you can. We'll check them out.
Oh, sorry.
What? No, I'm done.
I love Sacred Symbols insignia. I love your guys' logo. I love how it looks on the shirt.
It's good. I
was thinking, like, maybe some fucking artist out there could give us something that is just, when you look at it, like, that shirt looks fucking rad. And then people, like, have that same type of energy. That's I think that would be a cool thing to see what people could whip up. No dicks though. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, no dicks.
Don't put any penises in, because I already know that some motherfuckers were thinking that.
That's what I wanted. I wanted just penises. It's all phallic.
Just fucking phallic symbols. I mean, well, okay. Maybe as one special edition. It'll be a tank that's clearly like phallic like. It'll be like,
dick.
Yeah, we'll have like 10 limited. We'll have like 10 of them for sale. and then you can get it. I guess we'll figure it out. The merch shop is in place. I'm still waiting on certain things, but we're pretty much. I would say we're pretty much. It would literally take less than a day once I get everything that I need to get all this sorted. So, the merch shop is impending. So look out for that on Patreon specifically. That's where we'll launch it first, just to make sure that everybody knows what's there and gets in. But yeah, thank you for your write-in. The Cock Wizard.
Nice.
Oh man, Monday left me stroking. Tuesday I was through with groping. Wednesday my aching balls were broken. Thursday waiting for cum. Is that the cure? Because it doesn't work.
I don't know if that's the cure or not.
I'm not picking up on it.
It can't be. You know what I mean? Like Monday left me stroking. Tuesday I was through with groping. Wednesday my aching balls were broken. Thursday waiting for cum. I guess that's it. But like it's too. You're playing fast and loose with the syllables there. Like it's not quite right. Unless this is something else and I misread it.
Vast and loose.
Vast and loose. Anyway, he wrote in. I'm not going to read that name again. Would you rather have to beat a smallish monkey to death every week for the rest of your life with your bare hands, or never eat chicken again for the rest of your life?
Never eat chicken? What the fuck?
Small monkey.
You fucking freak.
I don't know. This is kind of tough for me. This is a difficult one for me. I don't know.
I'd break those motherfuckers' heads in half. I'd grab them by their little necks. They'd be like doing all that little fucking thing, and I would just shove my thumb hard enough against their spine and pop their heads. You're a fucking
if it
barbarian, dude.
The thing about it is, like,
chicken,
if it wasn't for chicken, I don't know if I would get enough protein to survive. Because I don't know. Like I like red meat's
just
fine, but like I'm kind of aging out of it. I eat beans and rice, but there's more. I do, but like you can't just have beans and rice.
Shut up,
yes,
Derek. Shut up. You sound stupid.
I actually did a cooking stream.
I'm sorry that I don't want
to
fucking massacre a monkey every day. I'm sorry.
Not every day, every week.
It's
only 52 monkeys a year. It's only 52 monkeys a year. That's not
really not that many monkeys, man. Sometimes you can double up. Like send me 6 monkeys.
How many monkeys?
You're good for 6 weeks.
How many small monkeys have you killed already?
No, you know what's crazy? No cap, not kidding. My grandma kill a monkey.
Why would she kill a monkey?
In Barbados, there was a little monkey, a wooden monkey. It came in the house. My grandma on my father's side saw her grab it, slam it against the floor twice, and it was dead.
Jesus
and I was like,
Christ,
nice.
man.
I was like, nice, grandma.
That's you know what that is? That's the
cold.
That's the origin story. That's the origin story for like another monkey that was watching from like afar. It's like that scene in Spider-Verse where fucking Kingpin like is bashing Peter Parker and Miles is like.
Now that monkey won't go in a human's house. It knows it won't come out. You see?
How would you feel? How would you feel, Kingston? How would you feel, Kingston, if? Oh my god! How do you feel if that monkey, that other monkey saw your grandmother do that to that monkey, and that monkey came up with this plan to slowly get back at her by like poisoning her, like over the course of like many years?
I'd be impressed by the monkey. You're poisoning my grandma, but also very good work, monkey. Very good work. And I'll kill it. And then I would do the same thing to it again. I would slam it against the floor twice and kill it.
But then that's a cycle of violence. Didn't The Last of Us 2 teach you anything?
Yeah, no. But still, I don't care.
Still, I don't care.
I'm actually a pretty good writer. I'm a much better writer than I thought I was. That's what that taught me.
I'm better writer than Neil Druckmann.
Oh man,
yeah, that's.
Fuck you, Druckmann.
Poor Neil.
He was on Logic's podcast actually. It was really interesting.
Yeah, was he really?
He's not.
Yeah.
He's just an easy.
I know Colin knows him. I know Colin knows him personally. I think he's probably like an interesting guy. Like I don't know, but
I think
is that why Colin was running defense for Last of Us Part 2? Is that why he was fucking running defense for that shit?
I don't think so. I think he genuinely just he loved the original the original Last of Us. I think is his favorite game ever, and that was before he knew him. So I think he just genuinely loves it.
Favorite game ever. Wow.
Yeah,
It's a good game, man.
We did well, actually, I don't know if that's necessarily true. It might be probably if you asked him, it would be Mega Man, but Last of Us, I think is probably in his,
in the top
I think
3,
in his
probably.
opinion, it's the greatest game ever made. And I think The Last of Us 2 might have superseded it in his mind, but I don't know. We've talked in and out of these conversations so many times that I'm not even necessarily sure I don't remember the specifics. But we did a show, a live show where we pitched our most overrated game of all time. It was one of the last, I think it was the last live show that we did, and mine was The Last of Us. And
he's
upset. It was interesting.
Really? You'd say Last of Us over Call of Duty?
Call of Duty's not overrated at all. Nobody likes Call of Duty.
100%
People play it a lot.
Yeah. I think maybe
that would be like saying Fortnite is overrated.
I think that's why
Fortnite is overrated. It's not. Nobody
for a period of time 100% was.
It's just
for a period of time it was 100%. Yes.
It's just a thing. Yes. It just does. You shoot and build, and that's it.
I think
meets
for
its expectations.
not anymore, right? Fortnite's not overrated anymore. I actually stand by. I think Fortnite is a great video game, and I think it's one of the best video games that can be played with a bunch of your friends. I stand by that 100%. I think it's up there with Halo and Fusion Frenzy and Mario Party for me now.
Can I say something honestly?
Fortnite with my friends is amazing.
Can I say something seriously? It's been a while since we've talked about this, but I sincerely do not think in my life that I have had more fun playing a game with friends as I have had with Helldivers 2. I sincerely cannot believe how fucking fun that game is. And how universal of a net it's catching. It's catching I just found out that I have family members who don't play video games who are what is this? And they're playing, they're level fucking 20 something. And I'm this is insane that this is happening with a game like this. Because it came out of fucking nowhere. I watched Kingston play the fucking tutorial while he was falling asleep, and it was hysterical.
Insane experience. The shit I was hearing in my half awake moments was mind blowing. It was, it was turning me conservative. It was making me only America, only America, only us.
The marketing was brilliant, and I feel like I think. Because Starship Troopers is one of those movies, for example, I always felt was kind of underappreciated.
Great movie.
In a way that
they made too many. That's why, dude. They made way too many of those movies. That's 100%
other ones. I know Rico came back in
dude.
the third one or something.
3 of them. I watched 3 of them personally myself. And
Rico came back after a while. I saw probably 5 minutes of that because I'm oh, Rico's back, and I was I don't care because it's just
no clue. No clue at all that they were even there. I always in my head up until this very moment, I'm 30. Only ever assumed there was only one Starship Troopers movie.
There's 4, I think.
That's good. That's how you should keep it. We'll erase this little conversation, and because that's how I feel about Matrix. I feel Matrix. The other movies to me just don't exist.
Exactly. It didn't happen.
They didn't. If anyone tries to talk to me about it, I have no idea what they say.
You shove them down. You just shove them to the floor. Stop.
That's how I feel about.
Stop Stop.
That's how I feel about Halo after Reach. It's what do you mean? What are you talking about?
It's not fucking. What
do you mean?
It's over.
That didn't happen.
Just did a little prequel. That's it.
You're saying Master Chief got evolved by a ghost hologram alien?
Did you say Master Chief went Super Saiyan? That's not true.
So fucking.
There's a black Spartan named Locke. That's not true.
Yeah, good stuff.
I don't know, but what the hell were we talking about? Oh yeah, I don't know, man. No. We were talking. Well, we got here somehow from the monkey and the chicken conversation.
Yeah.
Shout out to Grandma. Grandma, you killed the fuck out of that monkey, pussy ass monkey, bitch ass monkey,
bitch ass monkey.
I don't know if I could give up chicken, but I also don't know if I could take the life of a monkey because a monkey feels so close to a person.
They seem.
I feel like I would have
not even slightly to me.
They're so cool.
You don't think a monkey has humanity?
No, it's not a human.
No, but you know what I mean, right? You know what I mean when I say
they're closer than other things. Yeah, I'd still kill it because I could kill a human too. I wouldn't be happy about. I wouldn't kill the monkey and smile. I wouldn't like kill the monkey and turn to the camera and do like the Sonic thumbs up. But I'd be like, well, and I go eat some chicken afterwards.
Can I say something? I feel like a monkey. I feel like a middle-aged monkey is closer to a person than a baby is. You know?
No, I wouldn't say that.
I think so. I think absolutely.
See,
I think
my
a baby's mannerisms
is,
make no sense in comparison to a monkey. What were you gonna say, Derek?
No, I would just say, for me, the problem is the innocence of the creature. I don't want to kill a monkey. Just like I don't want to kill a baby. Like I can kill a grown-ass human. There's a handful of humans on this earth that I feel like we'd be so much better off if they were dead. So that's no problem. But like a baby or like a defenseless animal, or maybe not defenseless, maybe give the monkey a knife and I'll feel like a little more like threatened. But like most likely a small little defenseless monkey, like I don't want to snap its neck or slam it on the floor. That is wild, man.
I'd grab that monkey by its little fucking neck and I would fucking squeeze. I would squeeze this monkey's neck like I'm squeezing toothpaste out of a fucking toothpaste thing. I would kill a monkey in a heartbeat. I don't care.
I would have to let it attack me first. I would have to feel some justification. I would have to egg it on, basically. I'd have to be like, yo, attack me. Because I can't kill you if you don't attack me.
All right. Slap it a little bit.
That's the only way that I
can't do it if you're watching.
That's the only way that I feel like I could kill a monkey is in self-defense. I could never just walk up to a monkey minding its own business and then fucking twirl it around by its neck and fucking slam it into a fucking garbage disposal. That seems so fucking needlessly brutal.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that either, obviously. But I could kill a monkey.
It's not obvious to me that you couldn't do that.
I wouldn't go
thrilled.
No. I wouldn't. There's a difference. I wouldn't murder a monkey. I wouldn't go out and hunt and stalk and serial kill monkeys. But I could kill one to preserve my right to eat chicken. Yes, I could do that. Yes, until they get the best of me. Yeah, I would be able to do it.
All right. I mean, I think honestly, as much as I need chicken and as much as I want chicken, I don't. In my heart of hearts, I don't think I have it in me. I don't think I can do it. So I think I'll give up chicken. I'll focus on
plenty of other protein.
I'll focus on like I don't know.
Fucking peanut butter and cum. I guess you fucking
peanut butter and cum.
And abstain from beef, pork, all the other poultries that are available. Just
chicken's better. Chicken's better protein. Cum. It's better protein than like not so much like it's better than like turkey and stuff like that. But I mean, hey, have fun, dude. Have fun eating your fucking your cum addled steak, your sauce cum berry steak.
Why couldn't I eat beef?
While I'm eating chicken, you can eat beef.
Because he's
I was about to say I'll just eat all. Yeah, what the fuck?
It's not as good as chicken though.
I generally agree. I don't know. Actually,
I think it sometimes it just depends. Sometimes sometimes the right smoked ribs are just like holy shit, it's so good.
Ribs are delicious. That's true, but I'd rather I couldn't eat ribs with like chicken.
But then also pork. Chicken is the default. It's just it's the easiest to work with. It's the most versatile as well too. Like, there's so much you can do.
Technically, isn't it the healthiest for you technically among like the main like. Because I know beef is kind of iffy.
White meat chicken is very good for you. It's not. I thought it was dark bad meat for you. I'd say
it's very lean. I mean, it's breast is more lean than like say a lot of the dark meat because a lot of dark meat has a way more fat surrounding it.
But is dark meat? I was always under the impression that dark meat was better for you.
No. I don't think
dark meat has more fat.
I just think that dark meat, in general, since it's by the thighs, that has way more fat surrounding it. So usually when people use thigh meat, there's a lot more fat on it than just like a breast.
Yeah.
So I think it's just more about just being more lean.
I felt bad all this time for no reason because I was like, oh man, I know dark meat's better for me, but I really like the white meat, so I'm gonna keep eating the white meat, thinking that I was doing myself like genuine damage the entire time.
Oh, that's crazy.
By choosing that.
Like usually whenever the people trying to eat the healthiest, they do chicken breast because it's the leanest.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah. So usually they don't do like chicken thighs and legs and stuff like that because usually there's a lot of fat. Well, legs, there's not much fat on it, but the thighs for sure. That's where most of the fat is when people are eating that. Man, I love a chicken katsu because they did the chicken thighs and they
katsu.
They make it in that katsu fucking batter. That shit's crazy.
Oh my god, the katsu chicken curry. Oh my god, I'm eating that as soon as we're done here. As soon as we're done here, I'm eating that now.
Yeah, I got a Japanese curry place right up the street from me. I think some influencer, some piece of shit narked because that place used to be empty, and the last 2 times it's fucking packed, and then those motherfuckers ain't hiring any new people.
That's such a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because it's like you want your favorite
Keith
places.
You want them to do well.
You want them to do well. You want them to stay around so they don't go away. But then if they get too good, there's something that happens. I do notice that where it's like either like they skimp on ingredients or something changes or like I don't know. I'm really worried. My biggest fear is that Gus's world famous fried chicken gets so popular that or so exceedingly popular that it gets significantly worse as a result.
You know what's crazy?
It's possible.
I had chicken from a place called Fixin's in downtown LA. That is so good. It makes Gus look mid.
That's pretty. I mean, that's a big.
Not even mid. Fine. It's so good there. It's insane.
I wouldn't necessarily. I don't disbelieve that. I think the only thing that gives me pause of that recommendation coming from you is that you are a Raising Cane's simp.
Advocate.
I'm not a Raising. I'll eat Raising Cane's. But I'm not
your
a
number
simp
one.
for it.
You said that it's your number one chicken.
No,
you said on the podcast at least like almost every
episode. My number one chicken is probably like Mama's fried chicken from the Bronx, like Mama's or Kennedy's. I
remember you saying
chickens.
that like Raising Cane's like made Mama's taste like diarrhea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you see before there was a period of time where my brain was almost like maybe I might have said I really like Raising Cane's. But now that I think about it, there's no way because that's the way Cane's didn't like it that much.
Time, by the way, we do this to it.
You almost got me. You almost got me.
We get you every single time. Like we bring this up, he's like, "Yeah, Kingston, you said you love Raising Cane's," and you're like, and then there's part of you that's like, "Did I?"
You kind of like
because I don't remember before. Before's gone, so I'm like, "All right, cool. Did he get me?" And then I'm like, "All right, he's still talking."
I'm gonna bring up
crazy how before just goes away.
Yeah, that is. We're gonna keep doing it, by the way. And there's a place called Louisiana Chicken. There's a lot of them all over LA, but there's a couple of spots that are particularly they do it just right. I gotta bring that chicken over so you guys can taste it because it's another one of those places that like you absolutely don't need sauce. Like, you don't need sauce. Actually ruins the chicken, in my opinion. Where it's like this.
We went there. We went there, and there were these biscuits, and they had grape gel. They had grape butter that you put on the biscuits. I took one bite and I had to stop because I was like, I'll never stop eating this. It was so delicious. I didn't know people made like flavored butters. Like really, people made like a bunch of flavored butters.
Yeah,
dangerous. This is the most dangerous thing I ever thought of. Butter is straight fat. It's just straight up holy fat. You cannot have that as a thing that tastes too good because butter's like mid. You know, butter's like,
it's good on the right things, man.
Maybe a little bit butter on my toast. But flavored butter is insane.
Guys, you guys gotta go to the pantry. Go to the pantry in downtown LA. It's just the old pantry. The only thing that's worth getting there are the pancakes. I literally think there's drugs in there. Because I've never had nothing. I don't know. I want to steal the recipe. Because it's fucking...
Let's do it.
I think there's drugs in them. I just think there's drugs in it. Because it's that with a little bit of butter and their syrup... Nothing better. There's no better flavor I've ever had as far as breakfast shit goes.
This is making me so hungry. It's unreal.
Yeah, I bet people listening to be pissed.
We're gonna move on. Because I can't just leave right now and eat. So like we gotta move on.
Let's go.
Papa Jesus wrote in. He says, "Hey there, you hilarious homos. No question, just a fun fact this time. In the recent episode 212, you made fun of old Europeans for being so filthy, but this is only partially true. The Vikings actually took really good care of their bodies and especially hair. English women were infatuated by them because their beautiful hair and how good they smelled, which caused English men to hate them." That would... I don't know how true that is, but it would... I could believe that. I believe that because I don't really.
Probably... When I'm thinking of like smelly Europeans, I'm not thinking of Scandinavians.
You don't think of the top ones. Do you think of the central ones?
Yeah, I'm thinking of the fucking Western, the large conquerors that just did not take care of themselves at all. Like culturally,
they won
just became
because
like
their filth would kill most of their enemies. They won.
A bath a month was kind of like the average. Like,
dude, that is an insane thing. Natives are like, we taught them how to bathe. We taught them to bathe. That is so I'm just like,
It's
These
just like,
niggas
cannot
won.
fathom.
They
Conscience-
won.
yeah. Try going without a week. Try it. Like this, it would be hell. It would be like absolute hell going an entire week without showering and no cheating. You can't use any like baby wipes to like fucking nah. Like because soldiers
what's
do that all the
crazy?
time.
Yeah.
Showering is a remedy for me. Like showering calms me down. Like it's a mental thing. Along with like if I have to take a shower to cool myself off.
So you
like,
would
if I have a
kill
really tough
without
day,
a shower.
I would have like panic attacks probably.
Holy shit.
Like I do it to like calm myself. Like after a tough day, you get in a shower. It soothes your aching joints. It calms you down. And you get out and you're like, all right, cool. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go back into the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the gun away.
Not
really
having
can't.
that, I'd lose my mind.
When was the last time? Let me genuine question. What is the longest period you've gone without showering? And how old were you generally when that was the case? When that was happening?
Maybe when I was like 19, I was really depressed about a breakup, and I went like 3 days without showering. I think I was just in my room, just 3 days. It was the summer though, so I was definitely reeking. But
yeah,
I'm sure as a kid when I didn't have like my hormones weren't raging, and so I wasn't even using deodorant yet. I'm sure I've skipped some fucking absurd time because it didn't really matter.
yeah.
But as like post puberty, I don't really have any memories of probably going more than 2 days. Was because like I've skipped a day, sure, like, no fucking
everyone
problem.
skipped a day. That happens.
Yeah,
I've skipped
for
that.
sure.
Yeah. But like I think that I don't think I could go past 2 days. I think at that point it's just you're kind of at maximum. I'm at maximum. Like, dude, if you like just whip your dick out to piss, like that shit, like I'm like, oh man, I'm so sweaty. Like it immediately I have to shower because like it hits me in the face, and I can only imagine.
Whoa.
If
That's
you're
wild.
having like a,
Yeah.
I mean, because that's just like. If you don't, because I know some people actually they put deodorant all over their and not antiperspirant, but just like regular deodorant. They put it all over their body, like they'll put like and so maybe it's. But the way that I was raised, I never did that. So I would shower regularly to not get extra sweaty. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I've
I think
gone
it was
longer.
like-
I just can't remember. What do you got?
Yeah, I feel like it was like probably like I must have been like a kid, like maybe like 9 or 8 or 10, like one of those. And I think the longest I went was like maybe like 4 days. I think I remember specifically because I was like, I didn't like showering. Like I didn't like it. Like it was like an annoyance. Like, it would take me away from like everything that I like to do. And like there's also that feeling of like when you get out of it and you're fucking freezing. And it's just like this sucks. This is so uncomfortable. Like I hate this. But yeah, I think that was probably like the last time. And then like obviously like you miss like a day or like you miss days sometimes. But
You remember when showering?
I can't imagine.
You remember when it became showering and not bathing, and how much less fun it was immediately? I was so disappointed when I could no longer take baths. I was sad. Like I was like actually like
I still take baths.
I don't take baths. I can't fit in a bath.
You
I'm
can't
gigantic.
fit in a
The
bath.
average
you
bathtub?
Yeah, I
you
can't fit in
cannot
a
fit in a
bath.
bath.
Yeah. Even myself, though, the average bathtubs are not like they're like not designed for like average human adults and to fit in there comfortably in the way that say even if I'm in there, the water's super shallow or it's gonna like over it's I'm bending
Even if
my
I was
knees,
thin, it
like I
wouldn't work
can't
for
even
me.
stretch out all the way, and so it's even if you go to a fucking hotel, there's only like say usually like the fancier suites have like a good fucking bath that it's bullshit. I don't know, it pisses me off because
Like when I see
those are the
videos
only-
of movies of people like both couples in the bathtub, and I'm like, what are they in? That's not real.
That's real. I've done that
never
before.
seen those.
I've been in a bathroom. I remember I went to this girl's house that I was dating, and we did that, and I was like, I can't believe that there's even a tub that's big enough for this.
So
This
she
is crazy.
Like,
It's like
where the fuck was that?
it blew my
Like,
fucking
Was she
mind.
shorter than you?
No, she was taller. It was a big tub. It was a big tub, but like it was also like
wonder if it was,
there were. I don't want to get too. It was like a place that they were staying temporarily, so they were like kind of put up in like a really good spot for like a brief period of time. And I was just like, yo, this bathroom is fucking crazy, and it had a shower on the other side.
Yeah,
That was what I couldn't believe, like a standing shower.
I do remember. Come to think of it, I was in a fancy house in Sedona, in some. Funny enough, we were talking about Tinder earlier. This was long story short. I was living in a loft at my friend's apartment, and so his parents actually lived in this house. And this was the most awkward shit ever because this chick was like, "Oh, like let's smash," and I'm like, "I don't have any fucking doors, right?" I try anyway. I can't because knowing that the parents are right fucking there downstairs, and then to the right is their room. I'm fucking like just I'm not adequately prepared to smash. She thinks it's her. She's like, oh, like see self-esteem thing. And I'm like, bitch, you're fucking stupid. Anyway, randomly, she's like, oh, I got to go to Sedona to check on my mom's property because she sells stuff. Do you want to go? And I'm like, this is weird. Am I going to get killed? I literally have known you for like hours. And I went, why the fuck not? Brought my shotgun. We shot some shit in the desert. Went to the fucking house. And I was so upset with like the way that rich people live. Because like Sedona's a really rich city. And there was a stone room shower. It was like a completely stone slab thing, seats and everything where people can gather.
Was the room a shower?
It was like half of it's the size of a room, but it's not the whole room though. So the bathroom, part of the bathroom was like the size of a decent room where you can just congregate and sit down and pop open some beers. Then there was another shower that was its own thing, and it was massive. A guest shower had the stupidest design I've ever seen. It was the longest shower. The shower was probably 10 feet long. I didn't even understand how this worked. And then it did this weird little trickle down thing where it was shaved ever so slightly so it'll just pour into the drain. Like this weird thing, instead of like having it more at like an angle so it'll just drain fast, but it was like designed that way to almost look virtually flat, but then it just slightly curves, and it was like a 10. I was like, what the fuck is this? What is this for? Like, oh, I don't know, fucking $5 million house. And I was like, this is so stupid. Giant tub.
The house.
That would have been amazing. I wouldn't even know what to do with all that shit, man. Like
I do want her body and took the house.
That is my main. That is my main.
That's it.
That is my main decision. Like it is one of the prime decisions on what like that I was looking for when I was trying to find like an apartment. I was like, I want central air, and I want a tub. Like I don't, because to me, do you remember when we lived in what is it? Me and Kingston lived in this building. It was a long apartment. It was like the first apartment. It was the first apartment that we lived in when we first started doing the show. And my bathroom, like the bathroom for everybody else had a tub or whatever. But like my standalone like master bathroom had a standing shower. And I didn't think it would bother me until like I lived there for a long time where it's like, God damn, I just really want to relax and like soak and I can't. I have to stand in the shower and just like fucking annoyed. It's so annoying. So like now it's like that's like a prime thing. And also same with hotels. Like if I have to be put up somewhere and I have to go somewhere, it's like I need a tub in that room.
Right.
Because if I'm gonna be on a plane for fucking hours at a time, and then I'm gonna get off, and then I'm gonna go into this hotel, I'm gonna want to get clean, and I'm certainly not gonna want to fucking stand during it.
Yeah.
Me going through my hourly panic attacks at the fucking in the plane. That's just me the whole time, just having severe panic attacks. So I hate flying, bro. I never want to go flying again.
Because that's what I always hear people take for that shit.
I go through the highs and lows on planes, man.
Yeah,
I'm just in the plane, fucking twitching, crying, shaking.
I mean, what if you take, like, say, if you were to take it, we don't fly very often, so would it be an issue if you took it, like, say, that seldomly? Like, say, I fly 5 times a year.
The issue is that it would you can't get the quantity that you would need for that. Like, how often do you fly realistically?
I don't fly very often.
Yeah, like, let's just say 3 to 5 times a year max.
And then you get like, so you get a thing of pills, and then you'd have like, it would expire probably by the time you were halfway done with your flights. So like,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
be careful with Xanax out there. Fries your brain if you do it too much. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, thank you for the fun fact, Papa Jesus, about the Vikings and
Oh, right.
How
right.
English people are
Praise the Vikings.
fucking the worst. Praise the Vikings.
Praise the Vikings and their blood eagles and all that shit.
Praise the sun.
Let's see. I hate this. I hate this name. I'm gonna say this, but only because this is the name of the person. R.I.P. David, 1956 to 2024. Don't fuck with that. Don't fuck with that juju. That's disgusting.
That's a
And
crazy thing to say.
We will personally find you.
The fact that you probably thought that's funny is crazy. You deserve the worst things.
We will get you. We will get you. We will get you.
It's coming.
He says, hello, gay Hispanics and normal black man. Jeez. Welcome.
That was mean.
Question.
That wasn't nice.
Question. When do you guys think Dragon Ball should have ended? Personally, I'd say it should have happened with Battle of Gods, but what say you? I think at the end of Z should have ended.
End of Z.
There doesn't need to. There doesn't need to be. There doesn't need to be anymore. I don't get the whole.
Super was fine. Super was fine. I love the stuff beyond Super. I think it's actually really cool, but it's unnecessary. I think you can still enjoy it, but I'm like, oh, this should have ended after. This should have ended after what you call it, like after, like after they beat Boo, the little time skip with Pan flying around stuff like that. It's like, all right, cool, new generation. It's over now.
Yeah, it's kind of how I feel about Halo in that way, where it's like I like Halo Infinite, and it's like there's some parts of it that I'm like, yes, that's better. It's better than 5 and 4 or whatever, but like. Yeah, we had to trudge through. We had to trudge through so much bullshit to get here that it almost doesn't count anymore.
Like Gohan's the main character again. I love that. Gohan's really heavily focused in the series right now. Really cool. Unnecessary though.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
just don't need it. It was great, and it just made everything. All the just Super Saiyan, like even Super Saiyan 3, I thought was kind of stupid. I just was kind of like I think I would have charged up Super Saiyan, like Super Saiyan 2. I think it's cool. Then all of a sudden you grew your hair like a fucking. It just started getting stupid. Where I'm like, all right, let's contain it within this. Let's contain it. Let's end it, and then it just now there's what is it? Ultra Instinct? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like I watched like all of that stuff, and that one stupid alien guy what was his name? That was like the strongest ever.
Jiren or something?
Jiren, yeah, that shit. I was just like, is that the universes are battling? Come on, guys. Just stop, please. Stop. Please stop.
Things
all of the stuff we grew up with is so meaningless. It's so meaningless. Like,
I don't agree with that.
They were when Goku became a Super Saiyan, fucking for the first time. That is such an insignificant moment now compared to how weak, like, they would fucking, like, top from that one universe, that fat mustache idiot would fucking squash them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just...
Like, the little kid Goten would beat the flaming fuck out of Super Saiyan Goku on fucking Namek. He would beat him to death. He would beat him to death. It wouldn't
even be close.
He would die.
It just sucks, man, because I feel like respecting that as the closest, and then like Super Saiyan 2, just kind of a charged up version. I felt like that was good. I just felt like that was good, and it wouldn't have felt like this. What do you think there's going to be something past Ultra Instinct?
100%.
Of course.
Yeah,
that's what I'm just like. Why would they stop?
What the fuck are they going to call it this time? What are they going to do this time? They're not even. Their hair isn't even changed anymore. They just have jizz on them. It's just like a jizz aura, and that's all it was, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's just what do you do? Gohan's hair turned white and got really big.
Oh, is that what happened?
The thing about it,
like remember the Kids Next Door parody with number 4 where he went Super Saiyan, his hair was the size of a building almost. That is exactly what happened to Gohan's hair. Actually,
the thing about it really ultimately is that these characters are getting so strong. Like, I remember in the base, like in original Dragon Ball Z, in like the first season in the Saiyan Saga, Gohan had to like focus just to see where Yamcha and a Cyberman were. Like, because they were moving so fast that they were basically invisible. Yamcha and a Cyberman. So like,
right.
How how much stronger can you possibly be, or how much faster can you possibly be than imperceptibly fast? Like what I don't know. It's power creep. It does make a lot of that insignificant, but it doesn't make it insignificant to me just because like I just consider it like it's.
And we also
first of all, it happened so long after. Yeah, we lived through it, but it also like. It happened so long after that there's no way that like Akira Toriyama, when he was writing Z, was thinking like Ultra Instinct, fucking, you know what I mean? So it's
this isn't Akira Toriyama anymore,
right? So it all feels like a very like deeply like an afterthought anyway. So like to me, it's just like all right, he goes Ultra Instinct, but that's like fucking fan fiction Goku. Like I could give a fuck less what happens to fan fiction Goku. They could come out with a new Dragon Ball fucking Super episode where Goku's a pedophile, and it wouldn't change my mind about fucking Goku because that's not Goku. That's just some new fucking. That's new Goku who doesn't understand. Who doesn't understand what that he. There was this moment where like Vegeta was like, you don't know what a kiss is. It's ridiculous.
Right. I forgot about that. Like,
stupid.
Dude, how did you? So did you even? How did I need to know because of the premise?
This man passionlessly pounded cum into this woman, staring with like a blank expression.
Do that? What if he just came in his hand and put it in her? He's like, "Oh, you need this." He just gave it to Chi-Ji. Oh, here you go.
Saiyans can come on demand. In fact, it's one of their abilities. They can come on demand.
Just here you go. Bye. Off the train.
Big cummies, and then just gave it to her, and then he just went and got a fight. He went to fight. So like Vegeta's like hitting that pussy good, so at least there's that. At least we know like he's fucking hitting them corners and those walls, you know?
Think of it like this. There was a moment in Dragon Ball Z where Nappa came to Earth and he destroyed all of Earth's military. You guys remember that?
Was awesome. That was badass. Like he fucking up the jets and shit, Nappa, he destroyed the whole entire planet's military.
All of it. Nappa.
Right.
There was no way to say that is like 30 years ago. Think of it right now. If you the little baby Pan could beat Nappa. That little baby Pan would. She can't stand up yet.
Vegeta was already capable.
Her legs still.
Vegeta was already capable of blowing up the world, like when he got there in like the first season. Like, literally.
That is so
and then
true.
And then Majin Buu,
literally.
And then Majin Buu comes here. It's like he could destroy galaxies, and it's like, all right.
What do you mean? That's too much.
Where are we going?
Like, do you know what a galaxy is really? Toriyama, like, it's like Toriyama. Do you really know what a galaxy is? Like, actually,
definitely not.
Actually, do you know what that is?
Definitely not. If you would say something that absurd.
Yeah, I do like. I don't know. I liked the concept of like
fine.
Kid Buu as this manifestation of evil and just like all of that. I thought that was cool. I like that there was a villain that had like there was like a force of nature. That's cool. But like they could only last so long, you know what I mean? Like
personally, I would have been fine after the Cell Saga. Like, I would have been fine with...
That was the projected actual ending that Toriyama really wanted, actually. That's what he wanted.
It felt fine, like, around that time, because... who's gonna... And then I didn't really like Gohan beating Perfect Cell. I didn't like that. It didn't, like, the amount of... It got a little bit weird, where it's like, oh, I'm here in spirit to help you out, but not really actual energy... And he beat him with one hand versus Perfect Cell. It didn't really. That shouldn't have happened.
Fair,
I was okay with.
To be fair,
it wasn't exactly that simple. Everybody was attacking.
Vegeta helped a lot in that.
Vegeta helped. Vegeta helped. Piccolo helped. Tien helped. They all helped out in all granted. To be fair, the reason why Gohan was put in that predicament was Vegeta. Again, Vegeta just being useless and trying to fight and then getting slapped so hard he couldn't walk. That moment was ridiculous.
But
he backhanded him so hard he couldn't move.
That's true. But without that, Vegeta basically beat Cell.
I don't know about basically. Vegeta gave Gohan the moment to use his full power to be able to overpower him.
Yeah,
but Gohan still wasn't using his full power. That's the thing. He still wasn't using his full power. And that annoyed me because I was like, Gohan, seriously, dude, enough's enough. win the fight. Like, win your fight, Gohan.
Yeah,
you are stronger than this guy.
The only reason that I accept the Buu saga, outside of the fact that it's just fun, it's just a ridiculously fun,
yeah,
like
it's fun.
ridiculous saga.
It is the most fun saga by far. Actually, literally, it's a good time.
It's a lot of fun. There's like superheroes and fucking mind control. It's fucking ridiculous. There's talking like semen. It's absurd. But there's like speeches in that saga that I think kind of trounce a lot of the stuff from earlier on, even if those sagas are better. So, and that's really the thing that pulls it up. Like the Majin Vegeta speeches are just so fucking good that it's like, okay, you've earned all of this ridiculousness in some way. But
no,
it
that
gets
was
into
cool.
Super,
There's
and
a
then
lot
you're
of
just like,
yeah. At that point, I
Frieza's
don't need
back.
this, but
and it's like, why?
Gold Frieza is
the
goated.
moment when they're like doing Robinson who fights Boo, he's like, how long do you need? If only I had 1 minute. And Vegeta's like, 1 minute against that thing is like an eternity. I guess I'll do it. And I'm like, because that season felt like Dragon Ball again. It felt like Dragon Ball again, where it was just like, it was a comedy show a lot. There was a lot of moments that were just funny. Freaking Gohan calling Subu a retard and then punching him in the head so hard his eyes came out of his sockets. Like, moments like that were just like, this is a lot of really, really, really funny
is that
moments.
Real? I've seen that.
Yeah, he called him a retard.
I've seen that image of like the subtitle saying "you retard," but like, is that real?
He calls him a retard. Yeah.
Like, is there footage of that?
Because it came out in the 90s, and you could say that in the 90s.
That is
right, but like,
that is very true.
Right, but is there English footage of
on the DVDs? He says retard. He says retard.
I love.
There's
that
no
makes me
English
really
dub
happy.
of him saying retard. That's for sure. That's for sure.
I think there is. No, I think there is. I think
way.
he called him a retard on the original set.
Gohan,
Like, if you bought the Blu-rays back when they were probably first coming out, you could probably find it.
Yeah, and like
because me and Ziggy were
calls-
watching at Ross and he said retard.
in English.
Yeah.
I just feel like that they wouldn't. I mean, I would. That's great. If that, I love that. If that's true,
I know he says it in Japanese.
Yeah, of course. They don't give a fuck. They don't care at all. Nigga, they barely. They still fucking little girls. They don't give
In
a fuck
Japan,
about
they
nothing,
point
dude.
and laugh at the retarded.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. About
It's not
nothing,
real.
dude.
This isn't real. It's not real. I can't find it. So anyway, yeah, that's that. I don't know what the fuck we read to get us here, but oh yeah, the how we feel about Z or where it should have ended. Cool.
Oh,
At Z, at the end of Z should have been fine. I
Yeah,
thought
at the end
him
of Z
going to
would've
train
been perfect.
Oob was dumb, but like whatever. It's like
Do you think-
Any
Quick
chance
question.
to leave my family?
Do you think this would have happened? Do you think Super would have happened if GT didn't happen? Do you feel like GT was so bad that they're like, we got to just do something? Like, let's erase
I do think
this from
actually
people's
that
memory?
is true. I do think there is an aspect of it where it's just like we can't leave with that.
I
and then they
think
try it
people
again.
over exaggerate how bad GT is often.
I
don't
hated
think
it.
so.
So,
No,
I'll
I
be
think-
honest. I did not
really-
like it at
I don't
all.
think-
I think people over exaggerate how bad it is. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. By no means I think it's good, but I think people over exaggerate how bad it is. It's just fun. It's what it is.
Look,
I
It's
feel like
not
people
watch it.
under exaggerate it.
it's been well over a decade since I watched it. Like, cause I watched it again in the 2010s. I remember I watched it in the 2010s, and then I was like, I don't like this. Give it another shot. But from what I remember, I did not like it at all. I
fucking
hated
terrible.
King Goku. I think Super Saiyan
Yeah.
4 is so stupid. There are so many problems. There are so many problems.
You didn't like Dominican Kid Goku? You didn't like dark skinned Kid Goku? He was fucking tan as shit. And I was like, why is he so
that was
tan?
weird. That was strange.
Dominican Goku, bro.
I don't know. He was so
Dominican
shiny
Goku.
too. I don't know what the fuck that
You
was
didn't.
all
You didn't.
about.
You didn't like Gohan. Go Vegeta with the chaplain mustache. Or
Yeah, what
Vegeta
was
killed
that?
the
That
gay
was-
people.
What
Or
the
Vegeta when he
fuck was
killed
that?
gay people. Did you guys notice that? Remember that part where he like
I
literally?
don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Some guy was like flirting. He was in a car with his daughter, and they were like, "Hey, handsome. Hey, beautiful. How's it going?" And he was like, "I'm with my dad." They're like, "We're not talking to you, bitch." And then Vegeta drives over to them and pulls the steering wheel off, and they drive off the cliff. You don't remember
That
that,
is
part?
true. That is real. That is real. That does happen.
don't remember
and that.
that.
Is honestly, that's the only part of GT that I liked and endorsed wholeheartedly. Was Vegeta?
I like homophobic
standing
Vegeta.
his ground.
fucking
Gays?
Whatever.
He goes
Whatever,
Super
queers.
Saiyan 4 against gay people. He's fighting this gay guy at full Hour.
A regular human.
Bulma hit me with the blitz wave. I gotta kill this gay person.
Yeah, I don't know. GT was just I just felt like the vibe was just entirely wrong with it. Like I didn't like Pilaf being there. I didn't like Kid Goku being there. I didn't like that it was. I didn't like that it was Kid Goku and Pan and Trunks. It was just such a like
Why
the
was it
ensemble.
Trunks?
It was just such an the ensemble just didn't make any fucking like. I don't want to see these people hanging out at all. Quite frankly, like I don't want Goku.
Why
Goku
was it
hanging out with
Trunks?
Trunks? Doesn't. Yeah, it's just dumb. But
It was dumb.
Oh, my grandpa's younger than me. It's like, what the fuck is this Freaky Friday
Fuck
shit?
is this dumb bullshit? Nobody wanted to see that too, because everybody that was watching GT were fucking old. They were older. They were older.
Right.
They weren't fucking. So when do you want to be like, oh, I want to fucking hang out with Kid? We already had Dragon Ball. Why the fuck? I just don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie and say that I didn't think the design for Super Saiyan 4, while I thought was really dumb, was also kind of sick.
I think it's
and
cool. I kept my mouth shut.
I liked Gogeta and I liked Omega Shenron, but that was it. That was really it. But there was that whole thing where like baby Vegeta came up and like he was like I'm Vegeta but a baby, and it's like what the fuck?
No,
I don't know.
He's Vegeta but a Tuffle. He's a Tuffle.
I forgot a lot of it. I'm
on.
just please stop. It's hurting.
I liked it.
Is there anything
for what it was?
You're fucking.
Okay, last one, and then we'll bounce on out of here from our patrons over at patreon.com/StarTank. Remember, you can go over there and participate if you wish.
Give us
Paul
money.
S wrote in. He says, "Hey, Krusty Sock, your own belly button and your uncle's chin, all places where cum ends up, I guess. If you had the power to go back in time and add into any movie either one hard R or one penetrative sex scene, what movie and in what scene would you add these things?" I love this question.
That's crazy.
I would add the N-word to that scene in Willy Wonka where he's telling Charlie that he lost.
You lose. You get nothing.
You lose. You get nothing.
Good day.
Yeah, I think it would fit it. It would first of all, it would fit the tone. Also, it would be jarring as fuck that deep into the movie for that to happen. Like
that would be
if everything was the same. And it fits because it's like, I mean, he did Blazing Saddles.
He never said it though. He never said it.
Right.
He never said it once in Blazing Saddles.
Did he not say it?
Should have though.
Are
He
you
never
sure?
said it one time.
Unfortunately,
he was the only
didn't.
person that never said it in that movie.
Well, he wasn't the only.
Really?
person.
Not even. Are you
No.
serious?
Derek, I kid you not. Pretty much everybody else said it, but him.
I've seen that movie way too many times. There's the citizens are the
really
ones
good.
that kept saying it. But like the main
The
characters
citizen said
did
it.
not say it.
The mayor said it. The black guy said it.
He's not the main.
The other
character.
black guys. The main character literally said it.
The main characters didn't say it.
The main character said it. Literally said it. The mayor said it as well.
He's not a main character. You don't see him very often.
Who you talking? Who you consider the main characters then?
So obviously, so Gene and my nigga, let's see, Hedy Lamar.
Hedy Lamar doesn't say it?
Sorry, they call him Headley. No, he
Headley
doesn't say
says it.
No, he doesn't.
Really?
No, absolutely not.
It's been a while since I've
There's not
seen
many
Blazing
actually
Saddles.
main characters. There's just it's mostly like the town people saying it. Obviously that frontier guy and the bell kept going off like
Up
hey,
you, N-word.
the new sheriff.
How's it going today, miss?
The new sheriff's
lady.
you know. And stuff like that. Like there's enough of them, but it's kept relatively to the townsfolk because they're so insanely stupid. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's not as much as you remember. If you watch it again, arguably some people would say it was way too many, but
It's
I guess
only
it
at
was,
funny moments. I stand by that point. It's only at comedically well-timed moments.
yeah.
I
But
think
yeah,
it's funny.
The mayor's reading he's reading the thing, and he had it prepared the speech and everything, and he's supposed to say our new sheriff, but then he says, you know, our new N-word. That fucking guy falls down in his chair. The fucking sign, they fucking flip it up. Bart puts it back down. You know, like so. It's. I love that movie. I fucking love that movie. It's so good.
I love that movie.
I haven't seen
it's
it in
so
a while.
Fucking funny. I watched it with
I gotta
Lily.
watch
Lily
it
was
again.
her jaw dropped. Her jaw dropped at that movie.
She had
She's
never
like,
seen
this
it?
movie came out, and I was like, yeah.
People keep saying like you
She'd
ever hear
never seen
people
it
say like, oh, you can't make this
Never,
movie
never.
anymore. You can't make, and I'm like, well, you could. It's just there's no need. There's no because, say for example, what's his name? Who's the guy that loves shoes? Quentin Tarantino or feet? Sorry,
Tarantino. Yeah.
Like he still throws like 10,000
That'd be such
hard
a
R's in
different
his
Quentin
movies.
Tarantino if he loved shoes. That'd be like, just like he's just obsessed. Just like, look, man, I got Doc Martens, I got the Crocs, I got everything.
Yeah,
I'm
no
sucking
weird
on my
in all, like,
Crocs.
Uma Thurman just has some inappropriate shoes on certain scenes, like just like no business he's wearing, so it's just shoes.
Yeah.
What's inappropriate
Yeah, it's really
shoes?
like
Okay, inappropriate shoes.
But yeah,
But like
fucking
Quentin Tarantino
yeah.
movies have a bunch of ins. Come on. Even modern day movies.
You know what's crazy? A lot of them, moment to moment, they kind of make sense relative to what's going on. Literally, except for the one in his most famous movie. That moment, it is so unnecessary to have that word there. Like, I've looked at it, like, in my screenwriting class, we went through it, and my teacher was like, look at all the time in Django, in screenwriting class. In the class that I was literally taking at Dutchess Community College. Not Dutchess, Glendale Community College. We were looking at that movie, and we were like, look at this moment.
Class?
Yeah.
Oh. I think you ever told me that.
And I was just like looking at it, and he was just like, "What is the point of saying this here?" And it's like, just to emphasize how upset he is. Like, yeah, but it's really not necessary. He could just emphasize how upset he was, but just say this is not a dead fucking body storage room. There's no need to throw the N-word in there, especially in front of this other black guy that is clearly, he didn't have to say that to him. And I was like,
oh, 1000%.
I mean, it does kind of inform like an insensitivity of the character. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he doesn't give a shit. It is
completely unnecessary.
That this person. Well, I mean, the movie is inherently unnecessary. It's a movie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about how necessary.
I understand, but every other moment it's said is to emphasize like how shitty of a character they are, or it fits with the moment-to-moment interactions of them. And that one scene, it is genuinely not necessary. Compared to all the time it's used in Django, it's used masterfully. Actually,
yeah, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary every time.
Or even in Jackie Brown, like it's used well in Jackie Brown, or
within
in
the context
of
those movies, it makes sense because that was thrown around like willy nilly. It was just I would say, arguably, I think that scene probably could have been better because that moment was a little distracting.
It was just like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I feel like we don't really. I feel like we're looking at it from like a lens of like when we were kids, and just like nobody talks like that, and it's like in the 70s people.
Oh no, some people do. It's just
there's a Bruce Willis movie where he's walking around with that word on a sign on him.
Oh yeah,
where he's like in the like that's Bruce fucking Willis, you know. Yeah. So like I don't know.
Yeah. I understand that, but that moment was for the absurdity. That's the absurdity. That is a different context in the moment that was. Because think of the character we just met of Sam Jackson's character. The character he just displayed himself as throughout that whole entire film would have shot him in his fucking face if he spoke to him like that.
Back up from the mic, you cunt.
Oh,
yes. God damn, that
he would have blown his face
hard.
off. He would have been like, "Oh, you're gonna call me that? Blam! You're dead. I'm gonna kill the woman in here too." That's it. It was just like,
I would say Jules was very submissive in that scene, in a way that he kind of reacted in a way that as if Quentin Tarantino's character didn't say it. Where it said it was very distracting because there was nothing that would insinuate that this guy was some ultra bigot other than that moment by saying that. It just seemed a little distracting to me. It's not even like I don't really care at the end of the day, but like I feel like that scene, because I really do like that scene. I love the wolf and everything. I just think that that would have been a fucking excellent scene if that wasn't in there. Like, I think maybe the scene could have been a little bit better, but that is just speculation because obviously
I think it's a funny scene. 100%, it's funny. I think it's like, damn, that just come out. It cuts a little bit. It's like that comes out of nowhere.
I just think that is such an outrageous line of dialogue that like it kind of it's just so out of pocket that I can't help but be like, if it's. It just feels so insane. That is honestly probably. Is it my least? No, it's not my least favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, but it's like it's one of them. I think
that's the most popular one. I would say probably, right?
Do you say least
other
favorite?
Other than that, or Django?
It's one of my least favorites. Yeah, I
Or
don't
maybe
like.
Kill Bill.
I think,
Kill was popular too.
I think
don't like
Once
Kill
Upon a
Bill.
Time in Hollywood is probably my least favorite, but I only saw it once.
I forgot to see that.
Yeah, I saw it once and I was like,
completely forgot to see
I don't even know if
That movie gets better the more you
like
watch
this.
it. I've seen it like 3 times, and I really like
Really?
it now.
You saw it three
did 3
times?
Hmm?
That okay?
Wow.
Not in theater. Not in theaters. Not in
I
theaters.
don't think anybody's seen that movie 3. I don't even think Quentin Tarantino's seen that movie 3 times.
I enjoy that movie. It's really really cool. It's a very film lovers film though.
Yeah.
Like you
I
gotta
like,
really
that
love
actress.
films to love
I like
that movie.
What's her name? I like Margaret Qualley or whatever. She's cool. She's in Death Stranding also. That's how I know her. But like I don't know. I think yeah, that's one of the movies where I'm just I don't know, that and Pulp Fiction. I like Pulp Fiction, but like I could never see Pulp Fiction again and I'd be totally fine. You know, like I wouldn't.
I love that movie so much.
I wouldn't wrestle to see it.
I like it a lot.
Such a
I
good
just love
film.
I love Django and Inglorious and The Hateful Eight. I didn't
Those
like
are
at
his two
first
best
either until I
ones.
saw it again. I saw The Hateful Eight the first time and I was like, this is long and fucking annoying. And then the second time I was like, oh, it's good.
It is very long.
Because like when you don't know how long, when you don't know how much, like how long things are going to go on for, that movie is hell. But then when you've seen it already and you kind of understand the pace of it, it's like, oh, this is great. Actually, this is good.
I think Hateful Eight has the best I think Hateful Eight's writing amongst the characters to each other is really impressive. I think everyone's interactions and their talks to each other, and like the guy, like they're picking each other up along the way, and then all getting stuck in the cabin.
yeah.
I think it's like very well written story wise.
I think Quentin Tarantino's a racist, foot-loving freak that should be.
He is so clearly autistic, though. Isn't that obvious?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I love what I love about him is that like
He acts like Elon.
Well, he doesn't act like Elon. He's way more charismatic than Elon, first off. But he will absorb the personalities of the people around him. Like
Yes.
he does it. Like there's this great interview of him like with like Samuel L. Jackson and like a bunch of other black actors. And I don't know if it's like for Django or like for something else or like just in general. And he's doing this black scent, obviously.
He's speaking
but
in
like
code.
you can tell it's like I don't know. There's something about it where it's like you could tell it's like, oh, he's not like making fun. He's just genuinely like enthused
People
to be
get
around
into
these
it.
people, and he's like emulating. It's so funny because it's like there's like he makes some of the most not vile shit, but he makes some of the most like visceral movies today in comparison to a lot of other people. But he's like, I look at him like this child, basically.
Dude, try
Like he's like
listening
a
to a
kid.
podcast with him. It's tough. I've listened to 2 podcasts
all over the place.
and it's tough. And dude, he wouldn't even like. It was so funny when most people will kind of like not call people out when they have a feeling that somebody hasn't read something of theirs or seen something of theirs. They'll kind of just let it go. But like he immediately,
Yeah.
I think he had a podcast with Tom Segura, and he immediately like picked up on that. Oh, you didn't read my book? Like kind of like, why am I? He's like, no, and I said, I'm going to get to it kind of a thing. And he focused on it. He autistically focused on that and like kind of shamed him. And I thought like, damn, that is so not how you're supposed to do. You kind of like, it's
love
like an
it.
awkward
I
thing
love
that you
it.
kind of dance around. Yeah, he's
He's
good
good in interviews too when he loses his shit at people. Like there's that great one where he's talking about violence in media or whatever, and people are like giving him a hard time for like being violent. And he's just like, it's fun, bitch. It's fun. Violence is fun. Shut the fuck up. And he's like in a press thing, and it's just like, yo, this is wild.
He's definitely autistic. He's definitely
he's got the
he's
tism
definitely firmly planted on that spectrum. Firmly planted.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys for listening to today's episode of the Snark Tank Podcast. What's up?
What was the question? Did we answer it?
Did we answer it?
I'm asking you.
Oh,
like,
we
did
didn't. That's right. You're right.
I don't.
Thank you. I thought we were just going off on a tangent in conversation. Thank you. Well, I answered it because I said I would throw the N-word into Willy Wonka.
Oh, good
and the
enough,
Chocolate
good enough,
Factory.
good enough.
That was the
Good enough.
question.
That's what, and then we went to no, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
That was good enough. One answer.
We didn't answer the penetrative sex scene. I would add one penetrative sex scene to
Toy Story.
Yes. The horse.
the horse, Toy Story 2. Bullseye,
yeah, what's his name? Giddy Up or something? I don't know what the
Prospect.
fuck the horse's name is.
Bullseye.
The Prospector? Oh, Bullseye,
Yeah, Bullseye fucking the Prospector.
Like
And,
mercilessly. Like he has a realistic horse dick too. You're like, what's
It's just Mr.
happening?
Hands, basically.
Yeah.
You hear him squeaking and shit like that. You hear him squeaking from being if he's a toy. And
He's squeaking like a dog toy?
yeah, you're like, what the fuck?
That is fucking scary. Anyway. Let's get the fuck out of here.
man, that
Thank you
made my
for
stomach hurt a little bit.
supporting. Remember to leave us nice reviews, comment, all that jazz. Come on over to patreon.com/snarktank. $25 up to get your name read on the show. $5 to get your question read on the show, and $1 to get ad free early. All that shit. Sweeney had an eye infection, so we're like a little bit skewed on schedule, but we're still getting all the episodes out. We're still getting a ton of shit out, so don't worry about that. We'll be good super soon. I'm really sad that you didn't take a picture of yourself with a swollen eye. It would have been such a good thumbnail.
My eye's still a little swollen right now, but it's
I think
not,
it's lame that you
call it?
refuse to. I think you should embrace when things like that happen.
My eyelid's a little heavy set still.
Kamimoto, from coming in your eye and making it swollen.
I've never come in my own eye before.
Until yesterday.
Me neither, because I
How
always
else
have my
did it get
glasses
swollen?
on.
That's cool. You get the little windshield wipers come down and they wipe it off.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's still the funniest thing to be somebody staring down and they think when they come and they knock themselves out with the PSI. That is still the funniest thing with me. It's asleep with a huge welt on their forehead from their own eye.
All right, let's get out of here. Come on, let's read the names. Miguel.
3.
Miguel O'Hare is. Oh yeah, I forgot we count down.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Miguel O'Hare is trans mask pussy. I wipe once and I let God do the rest. Chernobyl flashlight. That's insidious, by the way. McJackal.
Yeah,
you can find me in the club, butthole full of cum. My bussy is the best. If you fucking into fucking butts, I'm into gaping sex. I ain't into woman love. Cytherea's conjured squirt sword.
That's crazy.
Using Sweeney's curtains to wipe the sun cum off him. How do you make the names longer? It won't let me. Jack, the world's fastest Maori. Love you guys. My piece is so big, call it one cock. Arnold
Stupid.
That's so stupid.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Big meaty stinks.
That's
So stupid.
stupid.
Such a dumb fucking. There's a new one. There it is. There's another one.
Man.
That was a new one. That was like a.
SpongeBob. Fucking SpongeBob right now. That is fucking
I'm
literally
sorry.
SpongeBob.
That was fucking really funny. I'm sorry.
Shut
My
up,
apologies.
Sponge fag.
Shut up.
Oh my god, that was
That's
crazy.
not a funny joke. Oh,
I'm going to Epstein's Island. Big
What are you doing
meaty
here,
stinks.
Squiddy?
Squilliam. Andy, the man whose handies are S tier and dandy. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit sucks. Yes, it does. I could have gotten a I could have gotten a tattoo of anything and chose fucking Rise Against. Heath Smoker, Chris's Progerian anal dwelling, vestigial twin wanting him to stop eating Chipotle. Yu-Gi-Oh, cringe gay cum. I wish she was pipkin on my pippa. Mm-hmm. Homeless trans femme who comes. Actually, that's only with a deposit of $3,000 or more. Nice. Good. I That's such an obscure reference, but yes, I appreciate it. Shit. Felina proof we ain't Fairytopia no more. I don't know what that means. Lil B, the base god, asking Selma Cash Money for feed pics on Twitter. Dead serious. Joe Biden's inner thoughts are dial-up sounds. SpongeBob piss pants. Mr. Pants. Oh, it's weird that those are right after each other.
What time is that tomorrow?
When things look gay and your ass is up against his balls, your whole existence seems fucking homo. I don't know what song that is. Baller of the First Sin, Spum Befudders, the N-word calling out to Chris like a siren song every time Sween defends Miles Morales. Oh man, jolly old dipshit Will Smith reacting to Aaron Bushnell's self-immolation video. That's hot.
That's crazy.
That's hot.
That's a layered ass joke.
So
Holy
wild.
shit.
You know what's crazy? You write this down, but sincerely, and I don't know if this speaks to a certain level of brain rot that has consumed me. But when I first saw that video, that is authentically the first thing I thought. I did
awesome.
actually think, oh, that's hot. That's hot. Will Smith in my head. So I love that somebody wrote this in.
That's a great edit to post on Twitter immediately, and then get your fucking
And totally
page banned.
Right, yeah.
Get crucified.
I'm trying to.
Get
I'm writing a
crucified.
video. I'm writing a political video right now because I'm trying to. I don't know. I kind of feel. I feel a desire now because things are so insane, and I'm trying to make it funny. I'm trying to make that whole thing funny, and it's kind of hard. But
hard.
I think I can do it.
I mean,
I think I can do it.
I think we did an okay
You know
job.
why? It's not funny.
Well, it's not
That's why
funny at all,
kinda-
right?
It's not
Well-
even remotely funny.
Well,
There's so many things that
here's-
aren't funny.
I don't know. Here's the thing.
I think it's
not
super
that it's
not
it's
funny.
not that it's intrinsically funny, but I do think there is a funniest version of everything.
You can make anything funny.
No. I
You may not
mean
find
like.
it. What do you mean?
Let me put it this: like, if somebody getting fucked to death is not necessarily funny because
Yes, it
it's
is.
rape. Okay, well there you go.
Well,
then,
no,
okay,
no,
well,
no,
I don't know
no,
what you're arguing.
whoa.
I don't know what
No,
you're
no,
arguing.
not the same thing. Those are not the same things.
I don't know what you're arguing. Then I don't know what you're arguing.
Not the same things. Not the same things. Someone getting fucked. Two people can agree to have sex, and this dude end up having a baseball bat sized penis, and him fucking other person to death is kind of funny. Because it's like,
Why is
why
that
would
funny?
you let
Because it's a
someone?
woman-
Why
it's
would you
because it's a
let
woman
someone
victim? Is
put
that why
a
it's
penis?
funny?
No, why would somebody put a penis that big inside you? That is insane.
Right,
like
right.
Mr. Hands.
But what
that shit. The fact that he died is not funny, but the fact that he
Kingston.
fucked the horse and let out that groan is hilarious.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So there is a funniest.
There's a
fucked
joke
to
in
death.
there.
There is no. It's not that there's a joke. It's just that there is a funniest. Let's say that there's only been 100 plane crashes throughout history. Let's just say that for the sake of argument. One of those must be the funniest one. Like one of them has to be, by just nature of.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like one of them had to be like,
Yes.
oh, I shit myself, and then the plane went out of fucking control. You know, or even if it's something minor, like, oh, he fucking slipped up a little bit. Like that's funnier than somebody being like, I'm gonna kill everybody on this plane. You know what I mean? So like, I just think there's a funniest version of everything. And as far as like self-immolation protests, that there must be a funniest self-immolation. And this is, I think, it purely because that guy walks over to him with a gun drawn. That's, I think, what makes it the funniest one. Because it's like, dude, you're gonna shoot the fire off him? What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
The fact that he looked
Code
confused
Red.
too made it
Code
funny.
Red.
He looked confused. He was like walking over. He was like,
Do I do it? Do I do
should I
it?
shoot him?
That's like aiming your gun
I
at a
think you're-
skeleton.
Yeah, it's right. But see, I think the way that you're approaching it, you're doing it on hard mode, opposed to that you can make anything funny no matter how fucked up it actually is.
Sure. Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
like I said, like the way that you're thinking about it is kind of like, all right, let me find the funny in this tragic situation where it's like, well, why not just make a funny scenario out of this tragic situation, right? To where,
Right.
because that's
I do-
really the
right.
easiest thing to do. So you're just
That
on
is
hard
true.
mode, which I respect.
Yeah, I like. I mean, I don't. There's the way I feel about it is that there's a lot of quarterings out there handling the easy mode for us. So
Yeah.
let's move on.
Yeah, there you go.
Jolly old dipshit. Oh yeah, I read this already. Will Smith reacting to Aaron Bushnell's self-immolation video. Propane is a hell of a drug. I tell you what. Topher laser pistol, cipher graph. If Chun-Li had a penis, I would suck it vigorously. Too Mad, 6 Under. Jumper by Third Eye Blind. I wish you would just give me some head, my friend.
My friend.
You could get by without the eye that I put semen in. And that's so
Not bad.
that's
fucking
not bad.
hilarious.
There's something there, kind of. All right. That's probably one that I could actually nail. I think I could nail Jumper from Third Eye Blind, a gay version of that. We still have to do Smooth, by the way, which is an extra ammo that you guys
I forgot. God damn it.
Yeah, that's what I downloaded. Like when you said you texted our chat,
make it thick.
You texted our chat and you said EA is in the drive or whatever. I read that as like, oh, cool, and then I downloaded it and then I put it into GarageBand and then it was just the audio for the podcast and I was like, oh, I didn't read this carefully.
You still like recorded it with the, you still did it though. You still sang it
over. Yeah. It's just like, man, this instrumental is fucking way different. We wrote a gay version of Smooth by Rob Thomas and Santana, so you can go on over there to get a sneak peek of what that's going to be. We're gonna record it and it'll be fun. Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. Okay. All right.
That's
just
it.
Straight up an
Is
album.
that all it says?
It's just straight up. That's it. That's
all right.
I mean, thank you. It's a great album, but like I was expecting a lot more of an unhinged name. Dom, I'm squirting, get a glass, I want to see it. Whoa, I suck on men and I gag. I'm a bottom getting throttled right now. Whoa, I suck on men and gag. You got to put context for these, man. And as always, rounding out our list, back to Tank of Cum, Caucasian Container, the Cracker Barrel for Gays, Donald Trump burping on Dom's clit, Chris wearing earplugs in bed to roleplay being deaf and blind. That'd be fucking crazy. All I want to do is gaily fuck your tight poo-poo because I love smelling your doo-doo on my wang.
The fuck is that?
I don't know. I don't even think that's a song. I think people are just writing fucking absurd shit now.
She pipping on my pippa. Diary?
Yeah. Possum is the only empathetic person from Long Island. Soy Chris. Y me gusta verga negra. My partner just bought an entire PS5 to play Helldivers 2, but we're homeless. It's a justified investment. It's fun.
It's so stupid.
It really is one of those. It really is. Yeah, you know, and I would. If I didn't already have a PS5, it probably would have been the thing that would have been like, yeah, okay. But it's also on PC, so I don't know why you did that necessarily. But Stephen Hawking's italicized jaw licking kid clit on Epi Island. Am I going to hell? Yes. Just the hard R. Star Coffee. Heyo, I'm so fucking gayo. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
So fucking gay.
I'm so fucking gayo. Hate that song.
Good song, man. God.
I don't like that song.
My gay, bro.
I just don't. Cool, I don't know, man. There's something about the Red Hot Chili Peppers where, like, I don't like that guy's voice. I think is what it comes down to. I think he sounds like really annoying.
I like his voice, other than his stupid. His
scatting is annoying as fuck.
I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you? What? Stop doing that. It's not. Are you rapping? I don't understand what you're trying to do.
He's like. Give
it a gay now.
Give it away. And then he starts.
I know for sure. Beauty lappity badoopa. But then I'm like,
My favorite thing is like. I found the Red Hot Chili Peppers through Weird Al because of a song that he did about the fucking Flintstones or whatever.
Yeah, but now.
Yeah, he does such a good job of making it obvious why that's annoying. What I got my name is Wilma. It's fucking ridiculous.
That was the first one I ever heard. I bought that fucking album because of that.
I think that might be the first one I heard too, actually.
It also threw me off because I heard this before that because Under the Bridge, I didn't know that was its song on its own. So because it starts off the parody starts off with Under the Bridge and then it goes to Give It Away Now. So that threw me off as a kid where I'm like, wait, I don't understand. Where's the intro? Where's the intro?
That threw me off as an adult. That threw me off as an adult when I was like, where's the intro to this fucking song? Because it worked really well. Like that Into the Bridge flows really well into that other song. So it's like, oh, it was weird to me that that they didn't even notice that because it's unironically a good mashup for them. But
totally.
Gay Blade, I like dick. Cummed to death by the voice actress for Spider-Gwen. Okay. My son froze to death in the wastes of Ohio by going homeless to pay you fucks, and this is now his memorial. Rip John. Rest in peace, John. Hey. Thanks for your money.
Rest in piss.
Hopefully you didn't disconnect your account from the Patreon before you died. Transfem Gremlin. Transfem Gremlin. Exposing people with lactose intolerance to 90 million radians of ionizing radiation. Yush, not Vinpen. Craig the Canadian. A list of all the people with whom the Queen had depraved relations. Real document. It's your boy Shawnee D. Edward Sigma, the Rizzler. So stupid. Oh, that does make sense, though. Okay, I'll accept it.
Sigma.
Edward Sigma, not bad. Although Sigmas aren't Rizzlers, as far as I understand.
They're
as far as I understand,
sociopaths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
They're like
sociopaths.
sociopaths.
That's fair.
I live in Philly, and everything you guys said is true. Also, I just saw a horse running down 995 all by itself. Chief Voice, you're listening to 98.3 Smooth FM, the classiest station in DC. Next up, Shit in the Woods by Macklemore. 3XO inventing a new sect of Islam where you get 72 femboys after blowing up the bathroom. Slurp and stroke and smoke and joke. And emoticons going like this. Drip MH, Lord of Homeless Drip. Dracula Flow. Dude with a neural link cut me off in traffic. I took out my Flipper Zero and gave him gender dysphoria. Obi, won't you blow me?
Crazy.
That's fucking crazy, yeah.
Crazy.
Jackson Vernon, Norwegian game dev paying so Derek cares. Tom, this is Kayla. Leave me and my fucking family alone.
Oh my god. Fuck you if that's really you. Fuck you.
She wouldn't pay $25 to tell you this.
I wonder if I go on my face, I'll be messaging her just being like, yo, fuck you, you piece of shit.
Yeah, dude. See what happens. Do it, please. Do it.
I'm a big
bro.
dog. I'm a big dog, big bear, fellas. I'm a lion. That's good.
Fellas, I'm a lion.
I'm gonna steal your bones. You
I'm
won't download a car.
Prey that is hiding.
Gooning till I gooning till I Kurt Cobain myself with cum. That's fucking wow. Abby, Derek, your penis is out. Sween waking up to chasing Chris and Derek for coming on his feet so they could fuck a San Francisco girl. I don't know what the fuck you're even saying. Only this. All right. SF girl. I don't know what SF girl. I don't know what that means.
Street Fighter girl.
That's San Francisco to me. Street Fighter girl, I guess. Okay.
I don't know.
SF is San Francisco to me. Wage Slave 583, a sad guy from Michigan. Also, maybe some of you masturbating. Maybe one standing and one with your ass in it. Maybe another with some butthole showing. Nice. All right, I appreciate it. I see that. That's in addition to, like, can I get one dick pic with and without your sweatpants? Can I get one without and one in this position? Also, maybe some of you masturbating. Also, one maybe if you're standing and one with your ass in it. Maybe one with butthole showing. The Papini Bros holding Derek's engraved glasses, Chris's audio remote, and Sween's Discord link for ransom. Donkerson installing a faulty Neuralink in Chris's head that plays Thunder on repeat. You gotta pay the troll souls to get in the boys' hole. Gate 6. The ancient Greeks knew it was never gay or straight, but rather top and bottom. That's why breeding femboy bussy isn't gay. All right, good. Racist fiddler on the roof. Be like, if I were a rich man.
Censor it.
Drown in it.
It is good. It is not bad. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in chat. I want you guys to read it because I don't want to get clipped.
You can say it. Just gotta read it like a robot.
I don't feel like dealing with it. I don't mind saying it. I just don't feel like dealing with it. It's funny though, and I think it would be.
yeah. That's not that bad. That looks
not
crazy
bad.
though.
Not bad.
Reading it. Reading it's fucking crazy.
Reading it really threw me off.
Okay,
read it read it so they know.
I'm not. Wait. You want me to read it? Do you want me to read it out?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
Racist fiddler on the roof. Be like, word. If I was a rich man, nigga.
Oh, you fucked it up. This is why I can't
is it
trust you with anything.
nigga. Wait, what is it? It's if I was a rich boy.
Do you not know Fiddler on the Roof?
No, I don't remember. I don't know off the top of my head.
Fucking anti-Semitic motherfucker over here. Let's move on. What kind of name is
so
Soap anyway? You some kind of Muppet? Sweeney thinks eels have superpowers. Help, fuck.
They're kind of cool.
An evil lesbian. Home Alone 6, Enter the Homoverse.
Very cool.
A shit so nice I had it twice. John Strickland finally got a mason jar big enough to fit the Chris Reagan U2s. All right, don't tell me that. Merck's 1889, not a doctor, but I'm doofing her till she schmerts. Fucking Phineas and Ferb references. Jesus Christ. The first Church of Keith David singing Sagala Booba Magica Booba Flibbity Flobbity Boobs. What the fuck am I seeing? The second Church of Keith David featuring being better than the first Church of Keith David. Pre-Roz, Blake 896. People really like Asterisk and Obelisk, but it's literally just small junkie and some fat fuck. Getting laid for mispronouncing that one African country. Little dick rag. Lost my job at Kohl's because they caught me playing with the mannequin boobs. Alaskan oil field trash. Texas tater salad. Once a man from Poughkeepsie laughed like a drunk dying gypsy. He went around being a weenie. Who else but old Tom Sweeney? That's not correct. That's not what a limerick is. I know what you're trying, but it's do better. Research limericks and then come back with a limerick. I like limericks. That was not one. Chris gave me a burp fetish. Oh no. Sue Hulk, Tickle My Ass Hairs, Nikki Ziggy, Wicket 909, Jackson DuPont, Bradley Brave, Duck Hunt, The Vegan Necromancer, I Got Consent, Aetherian, Brogerian Punter, Melphis When the Anger is Crowd, enjoying the view from the Dealey Plaza on the 6th floor, and as always, King of Haphazard, rounding out our list of $25 and up Patreon supporters. Thank you all so much.
I think the problem with this, If I Were a Rich Man, it's that I think it has too many in here. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, but I think the idea is that you would. I think the idea is that you would just kind of sound it out based on how the song goes and just kind of inherently understand.
Nigga. And wouldn't it stop on nig? Wouldn't it?
It's not. It would, but like I think the idea is that you would even see that and just kind of understand how it goes.
You just understand. Okay. So I was just trying to like. I mean? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I just feel like, I want our audience to, when you guys are doing these things, syllables are important. We learned this in like maybe first grade or something. I think syllables when we really like kind of start to learn about them.
Dude, I know adults who don't know what syllables are.
That's
Isn't that insane? Like they can't conceptualize it, actually.
I don't even know how you go through life not knowing that. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I asked. I remember I had a conversation about it. I know. That's what really baffles me about it, because I tried to explain it in like, because I was explaining like songwriting to someone. I was having a conversation about songwriting. And it was like, yeah, like sometimes I'll just like, I'll do the chord progression and then I'll just like kind of like say gibberish to fill out the syllables. Right. And then like if I figure out something good, I'll find words to fit those syllables. And then you're like, well, how would you do that? And I was like, what do you mean? How would you do that?
It's like I just explained.
And we had like this whole conversation. It was just like this. It was so confusing. Because I was asking him to count the syllables, like how many syllables does vehicle have? And they were like, wrong about it. And it's like 2. And it's like, no.
Really?
Vehicle is 3 syllables.
Wow, that is fucking...
Wait, Sweeney, are you one of these people? What do you mean?
No, somebody said 2. It obviously has 3. Why would they... What did they think was the... They thought it was V. Hikyle was 1?
Maybe
that's what I'm saying. It's like...
Vehicle. Vehicle.
Yeah.
They're saying vehicle. They're saying vehicle in their mind instead of vehicle.
It's just interesting to me to learn how to read and not know what syllables are, because I think that's the basis of learning how to read. Because like the teacher would always say, "Sound it out." So and it's like so
you're right, exactly.
Yeah, so it's kind of that is interesting that would happen, but I guess I'm not that surprised, man. I shouldn't be surprised at all. I don't know what the fuck I'm even thinking of.
Look at where we live. Look at the world that we're in. Of course, like why wouldn't?
Well, yeah, why wouldn't that be a thing? Of course. All right, goodbye, ladies and niggamen.
Ladies and only the ladies, goodbye.
Yeah,
men, I'll never leave you, but only goodbye to the women.
Only ladies and cybermen.